Still live.
Hello, everybody!
Yay!
We're still on time.
Yay!
The sound is on and the video is going still.
The sound is on.
The sound exists.
I'm just glad that we noticed then.
Yep. For the sake of YouTube. Hello, everybody! It's the start of the episode. Welcome to another exciting episode of Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden.
I mean, we don't know if it's going to be exciting yet.
No, it's just going to be...
It's 3 days of shopping.
Yeah.
Really, yeah, exactly.
I love shopping.
Me too.
Axe speaks, axe speaks, axe speaks, axe speaks, axe speaks.
Axe speaks.
What was that about?
Speaks.
I got excited.
Before we begin, I just want to give a couple of shout-outs. Thank you to Blue Zero Rezeron.
Excellent. Excellent name.
Or Blue Orion, I assume, but with zeros instead of the O's.
That makes a lot more sense.
It's all coming together now.
It's all going together.
And to Feral Bastard Wannabe for
Also
following.
excellent name.
Fantastic.
Wait, I think Blue Orion came from TikTok.
Welcome to
Is that the one that
source.
said Axel was the most menacing DM I've ever
Oh
seen?
yeah.
No, it was supposed
Well,
to
you
say
can fuck off in this. I'll show you how menacing I can be.
I think it was when you were playing Harpies.
Yeah,
It was when
probably.
we were playing Harpies.
Which is fair.
Anyway.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for following. We love having you here, and thank you to everyone who's been subscribing to us on YouTube as well. We really appreciate that.
Woo.
Yeah, but with that said, are we ready to dive into it?
I don't know.
Sure are.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, last session, you continued the longest day the Lightbringers have had in a long time. Attending a seance by the greatest bard in 10 towns, Ronaldo, which very quickly was revealed itself to be an absolute fraud, and you exposed him as such. Until he was seemingly possessed by the spirit of one Myrtle Neptath. Lucius, you revealed that Myrtle is your dead sister, who you had to, who died to your blade in an act of mercy.
Oh yeah! You missed last session.
Yes, a lot happened there.
Well,
And she wants you to recover what was left behind through a lot of very cryptic and confusing messages. But meanwhile, Barroth was having a bit of a night on his own.
Yes.
A ghostly night.
I was having a crazy night on the town.
Possessed,
Not wearing any clothes.
possessed by the White Lady of Lackdinashire,
Yeah.
who almost drowned you before the rest of the party intervened, turning the spirit within and expelling her from your body.
Did you get close to the water?
No.
From the edge.
You all fought the spirit, but in that commotion, someone, you can probably assume who, stole the Shardlin figurehead.
do you wonder who?
And you went to bed knowing that in 3 days, one of the most important meetings of 10 town officials ever in history will occur. But that's in 3 days. For now, what would you like to do?
Axe speak.
Not that he was waiting on that.
No, not at all, not at all.
We go by axe speaks, I think.
I think that
So
sounds about
you-
right.
Speak.
Well, let's go and...
As Izzy said, before the Duergar steal them.
Yeah.
Yeah. We get up bright and early, we have breakfast, and we go by axe speaks.
Great. Well, Easthaven has a richly appointed and very sturdy stable with plenty of choice, and the gracious stable masters always welcomes new patronage. As you enter the main building, so there's a little tiny office up front, and you're quickly shown into the remainder of the building, which is these huge hay-strewn pens, each of them populated by a tremendous axe beak. And you've pretty much got your pick. So, if you want to know what your generic Axbeak looks like, they just got rid of them.
No, come back.
No.
No.
Had a brief flash
Too
of
bad you
Axbeak.
can't buy them the dead.
Yay.
Mm.
Hell yeah.
I love them.
What colours do they come in?
Yes.
White or grey?
Pink?
White or blue, which is grey, or grey.
Grey, which is white, or blue, which is grey.
Yeah. Horses are weird.
Horses are weird.
And dogs.
What kind of horses I am?
Yeah,
What
but
is it?
you've got white ones. You've got some with blue shimmery feathers, some that are a little bit orange tinted, and a few that are like a deep grey, almost bordering on black.
Hey, Paddy.
And hi, Paddy.
Hey, buddy. We're getting axe beaks finally.
Birds.
Bold.
And walking in, it's kind of like they are very excited by the presence of something. The way they express their excitement is by just aggressive screeches. So you just hear a big like wall of approach you.
Love them
As you
immediately.
come in.
Not that different to some people I know. Show affection by aggressive screeching. I would like one of the dark grey ones that is almost black.
Oh, okay.
I would like to go around and see who's the friendliest because I'm not very strong.
Okay.
And I don't want to be thrown off and I've wasted 50 gold.
Gotcha.
I do
Okay,
a little guidance spell
Barrow.
myself and I'm gonna go wander.
I'll begin with you, Barath. So, there are only a handful of black ones.
Mhm.
You find, in fact, there are two
Mhm.
black ones. You find one that, as you approach, it seems to know that it's got a potential future master in the house, and it puts on a bit of a show. It seems to be a glamorous fuck. And when you look around into the pen, it turns around and goes,
I think that one's for Lucius.
I was going to say, I'm getting Lucius vibes from this one.
I don't know wild shape, I promise.
Oh my god,
Yes.
you imagine the druid and compulsion.
Should have picked grey, I should have played grey.
And
Very
in the
well
next pen
lovely.
over, you see another black one,
Mm.
which just kind of has its back towards you and then just slightly looks at you. Squawk.
Obviously, I'm going to go for the miserable bastard.
Cool. Pick the edge. Oh yeah.
I'm
so
getting,
you
I'm
begin-
getting the one that probably hates me.
begin to spend some time with your Axbeak and getting to know it.
Friendly.
The friendliest one.
5 platinum.
So you ask the oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, make a.
Oh, I thought I was gonna make like an animal handling thing or something.
Oh, that comes later. That comes
Oh,
later.
no.
Oh, wait, no.
If you're just looking around for the
Yes,
friendliest
like
one.
inside the bird.
I regret my decision already.
I'll say that the
You're wise.
So the negative 2.
Meh. Meh. Meh.
Don't laugh at me, it's not funny.
It's pretty funny.
Sad.
Yeah, you look for the friendliest one, and I'll say the stable master points you to a few ones. There is one that's just a big, like a big smile. You see how their beaks are very axe shaped. Obviously, this one is less like thus and more like that.
It's
I think you say less like that, more like that.
It's just a duck.
Yeah. It's a huge duck that's wanted it.
Yeah, no, it's a lot.
That one.
It's just a lot wider, and it just looks completely mellowed out. Just look like it doesn't really know what's going on. So like,
Ate some fermented grapes.
I mean, I want one that's going to help defend me in a fight. So maybe the next friendliest you've got. No, sorry, I'm not talking to you. The stable mastodon.
Got a real sassy one over here.
That one's for Lucius.
I gotta be honest, most of them aren't too great in a fight. They'll run like hell. They're fast, but I'm not sure if you're looking for fighting creatures. Well, I mean, I guess they can do this, and picks up an apple, throws it into the pen, and this big one just goes and cleaves the apple off with its big blunt beak.
So if you throw an apple on an enemy's head.
Yeah.
I will teach man tricks. I promise you now, I will teach tricks.
Well, the next friendliest one over would probably be probably be that chap there. And you see one that's got a big like leather ball in its pen, and what you see is just kind of a violent clash of feathers as this actually continuously tackles the ball and just turns into a ball itself with the ball friendly, and the ball just shoots out of the axe-big ball.
It's cool. I grew up with satyrs. Fighting is kind of part of it. Yep, sure, that one.
Hey buddy, you got a guess? Head just pops up and locks eyes with you straight away.
Do you know the kind of chickens that have like a feathery hat that comes down over their eyes?
Yes. Yeah,
That's what I'm imagining.
Yes.
That's how
And they have like little head bands.
Yeah, to hold the feathers out of their eyes.
With a mix of like when emus are playing with like ping pong balls and they
Yes.
put them on the ground and go.
Yes.
Were you a bird in a past life?
I am a bird now. I've been lying to you this whole time.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, everyone. I'm actually a bird.
Explain for we've never seen your feet ever.
Actually,
Not allowed to
true.
see.
Not on the internet, no.
No,
No,
That's not
for
free.
free.
Not out of the paywall.
Only tier 3 subs get to see feet pics.
We're
Not
getting-
on this channel.
We have a special
Not
camera
on
that's
Twitch!
just.
Not on Twitch!
We have a special camera that's under the table just for feet.
No!
No!
Absolutely not.
There was a joke, and then
Feet
you
and
kept
hands.
going.
I mean, if we're looking for some extra revenue,
Yeah.
No!
not on Twitch.
You know
but
how to play D&D, right? You
Yeah,
can
anyway.
do it with your feet.
I think Matt died.
I think Matt
Anyway,
died.
I buy the axe speak.
you might actually cool.
Yeah,
We'll
that's what
get to in a moment. Yeah. So, Lucius, Tonna, what do you look
Are
for?
there any like kind of reddish ones? Like that's it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I want
Orangey.
You find a number one. The first one you're shown, who is a well, a fiery one. As you it's kind of got the same kind of show-offy vibes as the one Barrett's
glamour
got, but
one.
this one looks a little bit more dangerous. It's got like its feathers down over one eye, and like looks at you with like, dangerous eyes.
maybe.
Can you do a strength animal handling check? Just wrestle it into submission. You might have to.
Might be my best
Fucking
bet.
suplex the bird.
Fucking wisdom.
Like me!
You go to the next one, and you find one that's just muscle. It's the buffest one you've seen in a while.
Squawk!
Buff bird.
That's what it says, yeah. In common.
Bro, do you even squawk?
I do 50 squawks a day.
It's got a tiny little beak though, like it's the tiniest beak on the buffer's body, and the handler looks at him and goes, "Yeah, that one is a beast, but dumb as rocks." Though. But there you go.
Maybe
that's
that'll be
better.
good.
Maybe that's.
I'm the smartest one out of the group.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You're not gonna do animal handling with wiles. You're gonna do it with mind games.
Emotionally
I really
manipulate
don't
the
think
bird.
I am.
I just meant maybe it's too dumb to run away in a fight and will actually help.
That might work.
But then there's a good chance it'll die. I prefer they run away
Oh
actually.
god, I've actually got like...
It's Nick and Paddy.
It's
No, I
Nick
know,
being
it's-
awful.
We've got an audience.
There's stuff happening in chat.
It's because we were talking about
No, you were talking about a special feat.
I started
You
it.
promised
You guys
things
carried
that
it
you
on
can't
for at
keep
least a
up.
couple of minutes afterwards.
Now we're back to talking about it.
Is it just the two red
Can we
ones?
just
That's the
can we
chat
put this
spot.
on YouTube? Can we just not put this part on?
Replace feet with a pleasant conversation.
We can make that happen, yes.
One of those like lost
That's why
footage
we've never
things
seen your
from like an old
pleasant
timey movie.
conversation.
That's true. It'll be
We've
really
done this out
valuable.
of the archives.
Because you're still
They'll
talking
sell
about it.
they'll sell it online as an NFT. Anyway,
No.
no, let's not do that. Anyway,
Monkeys are bad.
yeah, yes, yes. Moral of the story. Back to birds. So, Connor,
Is it just the two red ones or any other ones?
you find one more red one.
Mm-hmm.
This one.
Dramatic music for birds.
It's a very threatening
This is
bird.
the bird's theme tune.
We play the Chocobo theme when we're riding these.
Sorry.
Zelda reference.
What?
Excuse me. I didn't even play the game, I'm offended.
You you find another one. You find one last red one. This one's kind of a bit more of a a bit more of a brownish hue, and it's looking just like the most standard axe beak you've ever seen. It looks exactly like this, but brown. And the handler says, "You know, I really have no distinguishing features to say about this one.
Are you sure he's alive?
This is the.
Yeah, he's
Standing perfectly still.
I mean, pretty much. Yeah. I mean, he'll do anything you want him to, but not in any kind of remarkably good or bad. Just
Completely average.
Duly noted. Well, look at the emo one again.
The emo one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, sure. Yeah, it comes back and gives you the smaller once more.
Nerd. Yeah, I like that one.
We have come to an understanding. Me and the bird.
I propose to you. Nerd.
And literally, just remember, you've all seen all Axebeak, so if any of the other ones appeal to you, you can of course go for them. But yeah, what are you looking for?
You mentioned that there were some slightly blue.
Yes,
I would look
Boy.
at blue boys.
the blue boys. Sure, yeah.
I coordinated with the birds, and I was just like, one that won't kill me.
You find one that just looks like a shimmery blue carpet of feathers on the floor. It's very much asleep. And he says, "Right, so this is a bit of a weird one. It's the most tired Axebeak I've ever seen in my life. Constantly exhausted, except for when you say it's command word, so to speak.
Okay. And just out of interest, what is that command word?
So it's yippee.
Yippee! Just like
Beep.
Like that.
But you've got to say it
louder.
loud, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And when you say that,
Yeah,
it becomes
that's so
an absolute running machine, and will run like the wind until it's time to stop. At which point it will probably just collapse into a sleeping pile once more. I've never seen anything like it. I mean, it's still an animal; it's not going to run forever.
Okay. Yeah. Well. Yeah. No, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah.
It's weird. I don't understand.
Sounds like an enigma. Luce is just gonna watch the sleeping Axebeak for a hot minute. Just like, I'm so tempted to cause absolute chaos right now. But are there any other bluey ones?
I got one bluey one over there. That one is also a bit of an enigma. One time it escaped, ran out of Easthaven, and we found it just staring up at the night sky into the stars. And since then, I feel like it's like it saw the edge of the universe at some point. There, I don't get.
Crisis.
And you see this one Axebeak that just looks up into the sky. I wonder what deep thoughts goes on in that brain.
Can I try to psychically communicate with the bird?
Sure.
Can I try to
With your
listen
crystal.
into their thoughts? It's like, hello. Yeah, I should have seen that coming.
Oh, what secrets do you
Well,
tell?
he didn't learn common while he was staring up at the skies, so I think you're fine.
Damn. Okay. And those are my blue boys.
Those are your blue boys, yeah.
Mm.
And of course you've got all of the other ones.
Mm.
I mean, I don't know why you're not going for the dramatic one, which was flipping its hair feathers about.
Don't say
Do it.
Don't say the
No,
word.
wait, no.
Opens up its big beak, a little tiny tongue falls out there. And it begins to pinball off of the wooden walls in this little pen like ding, 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 ding. And
You realise you have to get that one.
Oh yeah.
You break it, you buy
and
it.
the road goes, no, sure, buddy, shh. That's right, and tries to calm it to little avail.
I would like that one, please. Who's just gonna give it a pat?
You're gonna
As
wait.
it bounces off the wall.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's gonna.
Just like, boom.
Whoa!
Go.
Okay, so
Whack-a-mole.
you went for the miserable one.
Yep.
You went for the dramatic emo one.
Yeah.
You went for the
Pinball.
pinball. And
I
you
went for
went.
the playful one for no reason that makes sense.
Now we have to come up with names.
I've got
You
it.
do.
Wait, did you say there was a very ordinary one that is exactly the textbook Axbeak?
Yeah,
Can I have that one
That
instead?
but brown.
sure. These all have the same stats.
Yeah, no,
should
I
say,
know.
by the way. But yes, absolutely, you can have the normal one.
The most textbook Axbeak, the most neutral Axbeak, please.
True neutral.
Wow.
Yeah, that one.
Wow.
Do we have to name them?
I've got a name.
Yeah.
What's yours called?
Bullseye.
Nice. Nice.
Why are you looking at me like that? Like that's some sort of strange thing to name an Axbeak barrel?
I got nothing.
Yeah, you've had
Bullseye
a
falls
busy
asleep.
couple of seconds.
I think it should be called narcolepsy, but...
I think it should be called Yippee! I've got a feeling it only works a couple of times before it just passes out.
Lucius is like mid-pat and he's like, whoa!
You just hold on to the reins and you just go.
You never see Lucius again.
Right, I think we should work out how to ride Axbeaks in a relatively... Is there like a paddock?
There is.
Can we try riding them in this paddock rather than taking them out to the snow for the fest?
Absolutely. Well, come on here, and
Thank
they
you.
take you to the paddock. So okay, so you all lead your Axbeaks out onto the into the big open space where you can practice riding these.
I write down plus Axbeak
And
on my sheet.
we'll wait until I figure out a name.
I've put it in my bonds.
Hell yeah.
I still haven't written down anything in my bonds except home is far behind. all there is for Oster.
Edgy.
Make an animal handling check.
I'm gonna, instead of guiding myself, I'm gonna guide Tonaich.
Clearly guide the bird.
Might I guide myself?
Yeah, that means.
Very.
Hey, 24.
Nice.
The
Okay.
rubber screwed me.
I know. Again.
No!
Not against the rubber. I'm moving that far away.
Where are you at then?
I mean, a nat 1, but if you include everything, it's 3.
3. Cool.
16.
16.
8.
8. Okay.
Wow, I just got rid of your negative from
Yeah, you plus.
You removed the
you
modifier.
basically made it a +1 instead of a -2, so it's 7.
Nice.
Cool.
So Baroth and especially Oster do these glorious leaps around the paddock and take very quickly to riding these creatures. The handler points over to Oster and whispers, him there, he's a natural, I can see that. Wow.
I just happened to roll really well for Oster making skill checks, which means that Oster is a better bard than Lucius by accident, and better at Axbeaks than the Axbeak handlers by accident.
The dice.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the two of you struggle a little bit. Tana, you don't do it at first, but nothing disastrous happens. You kind of just attempt to get on it, and it's a little difficult. But it's not. It's not the worst. You just can't really get on it, and you can't really get it to go. So you're requiring a little bit of help there.
Speaking of the word.
Lucius. So when you get on its back, you do get on its back. Looking a bit tired. Do you say anything to that?
Yippee!
It runs straight ahead towards the wall, stops about like a foot away from the wall, and you go flying ahead out of the saddle, ding into the wooden wall. You take 1 point of bludgeoning damage. Ah!
Okay. Okay, we'll take 5. We'll take a nap, Bullseye. We'll just take a nap.
You'll always
Just
have
gonna
Oster
lay
kinda,
down.
like trots over there, one hand on the rein.
You'll always have a warm bed.
Hey, you alright down there?
This is the optimum way to ride an Axbeak, Lucius says, while just cuddling the Axbeak on the floor. It's fine, I'm good.
I just like lean right over the side of the axe beak perfectly still and just beat you on the head and give you guidance for another go.
Oh.
I mean, you're welcome to try it again and maybe say yippee a bit. I can't reach. Come here. Maybe say yippee a bit quieter this time.
Oh, but where's the fun in saying it quiet?
Okay.
Not having to pay for the repairs to the paddock.
I thought you were going to say to my head,
No,
but
that
okay.
doesn't cost us money. We can do that for free.
Ah!
I mean, unless you want to start paying Barath and I
Every
a couple
spell
piece
slot.
every time you give me some.
Better than it was.
8.
Yay.
About the same as Tom.
So yeah, this time you stay on it a little bit longer,
don't
but it's
injure
still a
yourself.
very, very bumpy ride. But with that, I mean, you all do spend the afternoon here practicing, and in the end, you all become skilled enough that you can ride.
Dope.
You can
You were
ride
gonna
this
say
thing.
proficient, and then you remember that's a thing.
You become
You become relatively
proud of your
Seriously good.
achievements. Anyway.
Oh, they know me too well.
Yeah, it's been like 5 years.
Oh me, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, 5.
Don't have an existential crisis now, bro. We're gonna play D&D.
5 platinum, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
How
Okay.
much is that in gold?
50.
50 gold. 50 gold, and it costs 1 gold to feed it per day.
Okay.
What?
Cool.
Costs an XP. Costs 1 gold to feed an XP per day. Basically twice of what it costs to buy a ration. So like.
So could we give them 2 rations instead?
No.
Shoving rations in the
Yeah.
I mean, it costs us
Can
if
we
that's
buy a bunch of axe-beak food?
Yeah.
a separate list
I'll
of
say
rations.
that. Yeah, tell you what. You can give them rations. I mean, unless you guys want like separately track the axe-beak food
Oh,
and the ration.
Not really.
No, exactly. Yeah. So you've just got a pile of food that's both.
Kind of like trail mix that we eat, and a pile of like trail mix that the axe-beaks eat, but it's kind of vintage.
It's exactly. Yeah.
It's all raisins and grains.
Exactly. So they need 2 rations a day.
Okay.
Basically.
Okay.
We should buy some rations.
Yeah.
Mhm. Completely forgot that we have to feed these things.
Yeah, I also
I kind of
forgot.
assumed they were
Animals
just
need food.
immortal.
Well, I assume they'd go out and find their own, but I guess they're domesticated.
Where?
Where is their food?
We can't even find. Well, we did find a rabbit that one time.
I mean, I can't actually go spend a day hunting. It would only do rations for us, not. Are these birds omnivores?
Yeah. They eat
So
a
I
little
could
bit
go.
of
I could
everything.
go hunt rabbits and make like jerky, and then like it could be fed to us and the birds.
Yeah, they'll eat rabbits. Sure. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got 3 days.
I know. Well, we've spent most of the first day riding axe-beaks.
We've got 2 and a bit days.
I'm happy to go hunting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it used to be mostly foraging, but I can do hunting while I'm here.
You're staring out the window and muttering to yourself, and I'm slightly concerned.
Am I?
Yeah.
Ree was watching you. I was looking at Ree, going, "What's Ree looking at?" Then look at you. Then you look back at me and look at Ree. It was very confusing. You were. I saw it in the camera over shot. You were just sort of like mouthing something to you.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was like, what are you doing?
And you have no memory of it whatsoever.
Counter special staring out the window, going like.
DM's possessed.
Failed my charisma save. Anyway.
We were gonna
that
go
was-
back. We were gonna go back to those caves.
We thought about it.
We
yeah.
could-
To kill the dragon.
No,
Just
to
because
look
there
at
was
the
other
other
stuff that we didn't
rooms.
explore.
Yeah.
I mean, we could do that with a day while we're here. It's not like we can find more evidence without going much further afield. So
Yeah.
I don't really know what else we can be doing with our time.
If you think we can make it to and from the caves without getting murdered,
I think we could ride the axe-beaks along the shore.
and then avoid the icy bits, which in Icewind Dale seems a bit.
Unlikely.
Yeah.
Or we get crampons for their little feet.
Not quite big.
I think if anything,
they're
the,
designed for
yeah, I think the
running on
crampons
ice,
will
aren't they?
make them worse.
Yeah.
They're like adapted to
They're
like running.
built-
Yeah, that's
on
why
ice.
they're great. They got these big old feet.
Yeah.
Big old feet.
Yeah, that's why horses are pretty much like non-existent here in Icewind Dale.
Because they-
All the horses.
Notoriously on Arctic expeditions, the horses all die.
Yeah,
Because they're damn tasty.
it's not.
No,
There you
because
go.
they're not
Nom nom.
designed
We didn't
for
eat them all, we
like,
didn't eat them
Arctic-
all.
Well, they're not suited for Arctic weather.
But also, when you run out of food, the horses go first.
Probably already died before you ran out of food.
Riding these things, it feels like it's like riding a tauntaun, basically. That's-
Oh yeah, because we
that's
know
the
what that feels like.
You can imagine.
It's
We've
the
seen
same,
it.
the same way we can imagine what an axe feels.
You've seen it in the movies. Yeah, but you've seen Luke go. Okay, we're not. Okay. Anyway, so you pay for your axe peaks.
Yes.
I'll say that was a day, pretty much.
Yeah.
What do you do for the rest of the time that you have here in Easthaven?
You're gonna go to the cave.
I wouldn't object to going to the cave. I feel like there were other things there that we might.
Probably won't take us the whole day.
I mean,
if we've
not
got
with the
birds.
birds, no.
Did we want to buy rations before we go to the caves, or are we okay?
Are you running low?
I mean,
We are.
not for me, not really,
I
but with
feed
added
me
bird.
Oh yeah,
I
we're
feed
gonna.
Needy and my bird, and then I go buy rations in the
Fair
evening
enough.
before
Fair
we
enough.
go to bed on the first day.
I was gonna do like the full 3 days worth of expense at the end, but if you guys can keep track of it. Up to
Yeah, I
us.
mean,
Sure.
We're
Yeah.
do- we're
Because
done.
it's kind of like a montage
Yeah.
style, you know.
Yeah.
Montage.
During the montage, I'd like to buy a lot of rations.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
How
same.
much did it cost me for 20 rations?
20 rations.
Is that 4?
That'd be 10 gold.
10 gold?
Oh, it's
Yes, it's 5 silver for a day's
Yeah,
ration.
I can do that.
Yeah.
I'd also like to do that. This is excellent.
Because then I have 30 rations,
I have 32.
and that will last me for 10 days, and that feels pretty good.
I had 18.
10.
Oh, it's because I didn't buy rations the last couple of times you guys did.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think most of us bought rations at least twice before. This is not a thing that I tend to write in my notes.
Yeah, no, we just eat.
And then spend money and then eat them and still make.
Oh no.
See how many
Take
how many
ration
poisons you
damage.
get.
Yeah, no worries.
That's more worrying.
The cheese sandwich you got at Cost Cutter is not going to kill you this time.
Yes. You get cool. Yep. 20 rations for you. 20 rations for you, Tonaich.
Yep.
Cool. Yep. I mean,
Yeah, I got 20 as well. Remembering that I
ration.
need to get rid of the next 2 days as well.
Yeah. Should be 6.
I've got rid of 1 day, yeah. I need to get rid of the next 2 days when we get there.
so you're eating rations these 3 days and not in food.
How much is in food?
Depends how fancy the inn is, I
Is it more
guess.
expensive
It's not
than
very
our
fancy,
food?
no.
Oh, good.
And
It's like the opposite of real life. I want it to be shit. I have a terrible meal. 'Cause it'll be cheaper.
I mean, it's a gold piece for room and board per day here in.
And how much is it for just room?
Room. 5 silver pieces. I mean, it's literally no
Okay,
difference,
so
is it?
there's a big difference.
Yeah, okay, I'll eat rations the first day and then
Yeah.
sleep in the inn the next 2 because I've already rubbed them out.
So, yeah.
It- It's going to cost three gold for
Yeah.
for you guys, not the axe peaks.
I'm
for
gonna
the
get
whole
socks. My
thing.
feet are cold.
I want the axe
Wait,
beaks
we
to have their
got
own room.
600.
Yeah,
Yeah, we split it.
that's why.
That's why I've got 10 platinum. Never
Yeah.
mind me. I got excited and I was like,
No,
money?
that's why I was
No.
spending
More than
platinum on it.
expenses.
Yeah, I've been doing it in gold because I can't map. Let's
divide
map
by
the
10.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Right, so I've paid and fed myself for the 3 days.
Same.
Cool.
Okay.
I paid and fed myself for day 1, but like do the rest now. Yeah.
So in the morn, we set off to the caves, I guess.
You set up to the caves, all right.
This can only go well.
Well, it's gonna it's a pretty smooth journey. The 4 of you set off on your new axe peaks, and the journey goes much quicker than it did in the boat.
Everyone else is going normally, and Lucius is like. And occasionally.
What were the caves called?
The Cauldron Caves.
Cauldron Caves.
Ditch cave.
And in fact, that's where you arrive now.
I mean, that's where we were going, so.
Okay, yeah. So
I'm sorry, I'm just on a.
your
We haven't
journey-
got into combat yet. Don't sass the DM before we've done it.
Oh no, you take 500 damage. Oh, bye, Tonaich.
Oh, you fell through the ice and drowned immediately.
It's funny
Weird.
actually, no, never mind.
No, don't you?
Don't tempt.
No, I'm not gonna.
You
Does the 1 hit point thing count if you go all the way?
I don't think so. That's why I stopped myself.
Yeah.
Let me just check.
Go all the way through the other side.
Yeah, well, you reduce the hit points, but not killed outright.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So
'Cause
500.
otherwise,
would
that
just-
would be broken as fuck.
Yeah, that would just kill me.
like
Is that?
you get hit by a 9th level fireball, but you're just standing there like.
on
Bro.
one hit point.
It's
good. The computer's not charging even though it's plugged in, and it's almost out of battery.
Let me just have a little look. Is it in the right?
This is what we get. Is it in the right hole? Is that what you're going to say?
Yeah.
Can you put
I was
it
actually
in
going to
the
say
roll?
port, but
Can you put it in the roll? Is it plugged in at the wall?
Are we talking about the laptop? Or?
there we go.
Stop it.
Oh, good.
Stop
Apologies for that.
That's what we get. Never
No.
mind.
You
We're on the internet.
We're on the internet. You all arrive at these at the caves you've seen once before, and you can see here what you've explored and what remains unexplored. Where would you like to go? What would you like to do?
An unexplored bit, please.
Dark bits, the bits
I
fog
think
of war.
if we maybe tally X speaks up inside one of these ruined buildings, so they're sheltered in case there are more harpies.
yeah.
Yes.
And
Very good
then, or maybe can we? Have I got something? Has somebody got something like a pitten that we can drive into the ice and tie them up just inside, like one of the caves?
Yeah, probably.
Pick.
I've got 5 candles.
I don't think the Explorer's pack has pittons for some reason.
If you have a pick would probably.
I'll
I'll use one
Tell
of
you
my
what.
javelins.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, and you find a place where
Come
you
back
think
and they fall to
all
the
four
death.
of them are.
It's like
Bullseye squad.
It's like giraffes when they're fighting, they just like bash each other with their necks.
Fine.
Yeah, you find a safe place to keep your axe peaks whilst you go cave exploring.
Hell yeah.
Splunk.
Should we start on the leftmost one and work our way down?
Sure.
Yeah, might as well. Yeah.
So, as a reminder, you have to climb a little bit to get up to these ones.
It's fine, we have ice picks.
You do, but it's an easy climb. It's very easy.
You have ice picks.
Yeah.
And you wrong cave. You enter.
You wrong cave.
I blinked and missed it.
Great, great.
I was looking directly at it and I saw everything. It's full of knolls.
And as you enter this, a giant-sized cave, 1 square 10 feet. So,
Oh, yeah.
It's 50 feet up, and so you're essentially standing in this big ice cylinder.
Cool.
The cave walls are adorned with paintings, with stick figure drawings, cave drawings, giant-sized, clearly as if drawn by a giant finger, of several people, humanoids, who seem to be partaking in all sorts of strange rituals. It's difficult. It's a little bit difficult to understand what they're doing, but if you'd like to ascertain, you can make a history check to figure it out.
Yeah, I'm stupid as hell, but why not?
6.
Cool.
20.
There I got
Isn't that funny?
Nah.
It's 120!
Oh my god, Catherine.
We're back again, we're back!
So that would be bug roll for us to 3.
Great, gotcha.
What if I were 0?
Lucius and
20 and a 20.
Tonaich, you two can ascertain what these drawings mean. These are giants. These are frost giants who are wading up a river towards a hot spring. You see this big lake with steam coming out of it, where they proceed to drown themselves.
Oh.
So we've got lemming frost giants.
I was thinking of such a good time until
Until
that
the drowning.
specific
Until the
bit
drowning happens,
where they're
yeah.
drowning. I don't like
Oh,
that.
so
We saw
lake up there.
skeletons
Yeah.
in the lake
Yeah.
up there.
So that
But
was
I didn't think-
intentional?
They were I thought it was.
We
gonna
assumed
be-
it was the water.
I thought it was the water thing.
Yeah, that's strange. Unless it's some kind of curse.
Maybe.
But
But
then
why
what-
would they make paintings about?
Why would they? Yeah,
Don't know.
I don't.
Do you think they painted these before they did it, or their children painted it after?
Shit,
Or
it's
do you
like
think
a
they
warning
did it
label.
every year?
I think there'd be more skeletons in there if that was the
Is that a
case.
hot spring
What?
on the painting?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because it's not a hot spring anymore.
No,
It's very much
very
cold
now.
spring.
Yeah.
But the elemental maybe did that, or
Or the rhyme.
Yeah, but hot springs tend to be like
it's like
underground, like,
No,
aren't they? There's like.
they don't have to be.
You can have.
They can definitely,
Open air
very,
ones.
very definitely be on the surface.
Oh no, but I mean
No,
they're
but, like,
heated
they're
from.
heated.
Oh, the heat
Oh.
of what about? Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. But yeah, no.
So it would take quite a feat to unheat. She's doing a lot of stuff to the sky. I don't know how it works. Alright.
One's up, the other's
It's
down.
pretty fucking cold.
I don't know if there's
There's endless darkness in the sky. There's a lot of cold. It could well be that the permafrost has spread, and stuff that used to be warm has now frozen over.
Is there any, like,
I'm not a geologist.
other than the
Yes,
cave
my
drawings,
Mhm.
are there any, like,
Geographies.
markings that would suggest that this is some kind of, like, ritualistic type thing? Anything of that kind, or,
Yeah.
like, magic-y kind of fuckery?
Not necessarily like directly magic-y, definitely ritualistic. It could be religious or some other kind of ritual.
Oh, but they
Gotcha.
almost certainly did that to themselves before. The ones we saw under the ice, they were skeletons. They were not whole, right?
Yeah.
They were skeletons.
They were skeletons.
So they've been dead in the water for a long
While.
time
Before
before
it
the
froze
water
over.
elemental
Yeah.
came. Don't know why we didn't think about that the other
The
day.
elemental could have been very old.
Or hungry. I don't know. I didn't assume. Oh yes, they're under the ice, so their bodies would be perfectly preserved. I was more like, there's big skeletons under there.
Which
I'm
is
getting
another
the
point
fuck in.
actually, if the skeletons, it's kind of hard for us to tell how old they were. We don't know if this is kind of like an end of life ritual or something.
Maybe. Or some kind of, like, their version of appeasing. No, but it's hot spring.
What if Oral's done this before? What if
Oh.
it's
Oh fuck, I hope not.
This is their version of the.
I haven't.
the
Sacrifice.
sacrifice?
That feels bad.
Going in
if
hot
that's
water
true.
though. Oh no, that's the point. Some of them burn their people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
never mind.
It's
yeah.
dying for
For that.
For
for an offering.
Yeah.
It's not the how so much as the why.
There's no depictions of, or just there's no gods, even if it's not her or anything like that.
Tell you what, you can make a religion check. This one
Can
it's going to be a little
guide him?
challenging.
Hold on, Oster. I'm thinking.
I was gonna say you can't be double guided.
You can't
Yeah,
double
no.
guide
I was
it.
Bullshit.
exchanging the dice for flavour.
This one sucks.
Fuck off, dice.
At least it's not a 1 or a 20.
That
It'd be
is
great if it was 20.
religion, wasn't it? That's
Yeah.
4 foes. It's 7.
Total.
Cool.
Yeah.
No clue. No
Cool.
clue. No clue.
What?
Going
Just wondered if this was related to her or something else, but I can't actually tell if this is.
It don't make any sense to me. We
No.
don't have shit like this in the Feywild.
Going a little further into the cave, do the paintings continue, or is this kind of it?
I was gonna say maybe there's more.
Well,
further
it's
down.
further into the cage. You mean down the tunnel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
about the room? Or will we in the room?
That's the room I'm talking. Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
that's in the
You're in
room.
the room.
We went in the
Okay.
room. That's a big 50-foot room. Maybe there are other paintings and
And
other
is
bits.
it kind of like a story type, kind of like going
Yeah, a
around?
little bit. Yeah.
Is there any indication of where they originally come from? Like right at the beginning of the thing, does it look just like mountains or something?
No, it seems like they arrive at these caves.
Right.
Well, we know. Do we know that like ages ago, Icewind probably would have been rife with frost giants. They would have been the norm.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be. They wouldn't
Ages
really.
and ages and ages ago.
Yeah. So it's like. Yeah. So at some point there would have been just the regular
Yeah.
people here, so they wouldn't have to see where they came from.
The giant we saw called these the giant lands, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, yeah, technically, but
I mean,
Technically.
it depends who you ask. But
The giant
technically, they're
family.
nobody's lands, but fuck 'em. Should we go see if there's any more paintings?
Yeah. it's
Yeah.
kind of look.
Yeah.
Right.
Didn't
Go
expect us
to
to be doing
Further down the tunnel,
archaeology today.
and
Isn't Zaren here?
the corridor again opens up into another cavern. This one empty, save for 3 mineral pillars encased in ice at the center. 3 very tall pillars that go straight up to the ceiling, and a terrible moaning sound of the wind
Oh,
echoing from pillar to pillar. Almost sounds like a wail of terror.
because aches. Maybe.
That's ominous.
When you say mineral,
Yeah.
is it just rock or?
Yes, rock.
No. I want shiny.
Lucius is just gonna walk, like in the mid, like kind of in between the pillars.
Yeah.
I mean, rock is a mineral. that's what you were laughing at.
No.
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 She keeps making a
I know
Tumblr
exactly what.
2010 reference at me, and I
Crave
hate
that
it.
middle.
Crave that.
Oh,
Like I didn't even have to look at you, right?
I
know he's
avoided Tumblr, so.
It's probably sensible.
Yeah.
Many
You also
reasons.
avoid Twitter.
Infinitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Also
also
sensible.
sensible. I mean, follow us on Twitter at MalMagic81.
You should do that, yeah.
Do it.
And our Tumblr, which we're gonna get, right?
Oh god.
yeah, like.
I mean, we could.
No.
We
You
could.
can't advertise on Tumblr. It doesn't
Tumblr?
work.
No. Anyway,
And nothing
yes.
else of interest other than the.
Nothing else of interest in here now.
Okay.
And nothing. Sorry, yeah. I wanted to walk through the pillars and see if anything happens when I do that, or if it's
Attacks
just
you.
walking through.
Nothing happens now.
Okay.
Well, that's ominous.
Hmm.
It's kind of
Well, the
hauntingly beautiful.
Tap one of the pillars, just knock it a bit.
It's like having stone ice. It's just that.
Is it
hard.
like pillars or stalactites and
Stalactites
stalagmites?
that have met in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or is it man-made, basically?
No.
Okay, cool. Yeah, right. Well, that ruins shit.
Mm.
Right.
Right.
Well,
Moving on.
yeah.
And there's nothing on the walls as well, just to.
No.
Nothing on the walls. Nothing. So here you arrive at a crossroads. A crossroads.
Oh.
Ah.
So yeah, I mean, if you look to what would be the right as you come south here, you see the outside. You hear the sounds of the lake outside.
I was going to quickly wander down that tunnel just to see if there's anything there.
Nothing
Cool,
there.
come back.
Nothing.
Reconnected.
Oh, okay.
That's not going to have to check out that tunnel at least.
Hmm.
Right. Well, there's
Oh,
the bridge
The
that
bridge.
you tried to you
I
tried to jump.
up, but I did not do well.
I'm going to put my crampons on.
I'm constantly wearing
Yeah.
crampons in situations of stress.
Always. Yeah. Only in situations of stress.
I sometimes forget to take mine off when I go to sleep.
Ouch.
Pajamas and
You don't
crampons.
take- you don't take your boots off.
No.
Are you all wearing crampons?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you can make it across this bridge very
Yeah.
safely then.
I knew it was good. Well, because I remember from when you tried to grab it, you grabbed on but slipped off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's 2d6 bludgeoning damage you just avoided.
Holy shit.
And falling through the water
I
again.
took it
Yes.
last time.
You did.
But you landed on Lucius, so you shared the damage.
Landed
Well,
on me.
so you shared the damage.
Well, I tried to
Yeah.
boost them up.
Yeah,
with
that
it.
was it.
And as you enter this chamber, you come upon what looks like an abandoned campsite.
Very big.
Lost bedroll.
Could be the fisherman's.
Crumpled up piece of paper, yeah. You rifle through them, you see that they are loose pages of someone's scribblings, someone's writing.
Is it legible?
Is it written in words?
It is. It's written in Dwarvish.
No, there you go.
What? Oh, okay.
So
Maybe not the fisherman then.
I don't think any of them are dwarves. I think they're all human.
Yeah. I was going to mouth it while Axel said
I mean, you could try.
Is
No,
it
sorry.
then human-sized or giant-sized?
it's human size. It's just
Okay.
fucking massive on
I was
this
gonna say.
on this map, and I don't
20
know why.
feet
It's
long!
like how we thought the cauldron was 10 foot from us.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
how the size they put it on the map.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they just
I'm
wanna
going to
make
read the letters.
it. Yeah, so they don't seem to have any kind of proper through line. These are just the scraps. You
Random,
find.
yeah, random clippings.
It says these caves are sacred to the frost giants. The carvings of the walls suggest the giants came here to drown themselves. Did they use the hot spring as a sacrificial pool? And then another one. Oh, this wind truly sounds like a wailing woman. One could easily go mad in this place. And the final one you find says, I think there's someone living in these caves. Shortly after discovering the hot spring, I heard what sounded like a granny singing. When the song ended with a shrill laugh, dread sunk its teeth in me. Heed gods, that horrible cackle. I shall leave these caves in the morn and never return.
And there's no sign of a body or anything.
No.
Yeah. Well, it probably would have been eaten if they
I was
would
going to
have
say they either got out or they were
kept it.
eaten.
And this is the last page that goes, ah, by God, I'm being eaten!
Shit.
I knew I should have learned!
Well, we don't have to worry about the laughing granny anymore. This would have been really creepy if we'd found this first.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did this out of order.
I mean, I think
I'm
we
not
figured that because we
complaining.
did 3 boss fights in a row.
Yeah. We were just like, where are all the enemies at?
Oh, they're
accident.
all in this
We
room.
found all of them.
Oops.
And there's nothing else of interest here.
What's the thing that looks like a flower?
It's an old
fire pit.
flower. Yeah, fireplace. Yeah. Old abandoned bonfire.
Basically what we've discovered. And then what we discovered last time we were here.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't know if they made it out alive or not.
Lucius is going to look around like.
He said he
The
found
knickknacks.
the heart spring.
Yeah.
No, well, he figured out what we did from the
Which
cave
is the
paintings.
thing that's frozen in.
Oh yeah, did he specifically refer to the hot spring, as in?
Yep.
Like
But-
he found it.
But we're assuming that he meant where all the skeletons. Well, I'm assuming
Yeah.
that he meant where all the skeletons are,
I suppose there's nowhere else it could be.
unless it's just not in this cave. But that makes the most sense
Hmm.
at the moment.
That adds another mystery.
With-
If there's another cave.
Yeah, if there's another cave with a hot spring, why the fuck aren't we there? Unless it's too hot.
Yeah.
I mean, they did go there to kill themselves, so I'm not sure I fancy being in.
Well, they drowned themselves.
That's yes, that's killing themselves.
Yes, but they didn't necessarily die from the heat. Is what I'm saying.
No, sure, but you,
No, but it's not. I mean more on a psychological level of I don't want to have a nice bath where lots of people died.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, when I was looking through the
Don't
cave
stick
paintings, I was
any
going,
in
ah,
10
resort.
turns then.
And then swiftly went down with
The
it.
letters do refer to it as a sacrificial thing, so the question is then, what would they sacrifice themselves for?
We did think, yeah,
Probably.
we were wondering about that, weren't we?
Well, or something else.
Has there been any knowledge of oral kind of pre-rhyme as being a thing that...
Oh yeah. Yeah, Oral is a famous god.
Yeah, but is it like...
Was she a bitch back then?
She was considered an,
Smite it.
Not
she was
Barrow.
considered an evil deity,
Yeah.
and worshippers of Oral were not generally seen as good people.
Okay.
This is the first known time that you know of, anyway, that she has walked among mortals.
Causing trouble.
Like a bitch.
Is there any kind of like knickknacks, anything lying around?
No, it seems
Okay.
it seemed like anything of value was taken away from the camp.
Right, we've still got one bit to look at, haven't
Last
we?
cave.
Last cave.
All right. So making your way across the bridge, you thank you. You go outside the cave this time, and turn around towards this opening. Walking in, you see a dark, dank cave strewn with bones.
Nice.
Oh.
Several animal and humanoid bones.
No.
My shield off my back.
Any giant bones?
No giant bones, no.
Could be the harpy's den.
Could well be the
Oh,
harpies
could be
then.
the harpy's den.
Could well be the harpies then.
There is also a big mound of fur on the cave floor.
Not the harpy's den.
A large sleeping furry thing. Well, not sleeping because it
heard
seems
us.
to. It was very vigilant. Yes.
Okay.
Are we talking bear or yeti?
As it stands up, it is a wolf the size of a bear. You see
Oh,
a mangy
okay.
dire wolf stand up and look at you.
No.
Nice.
Bad idea.
I wouldn't.
Nice
I
wolf.
really wouldn't.
Nice,
I don't think it
wolf.
understands this.
Nice wolf.
It is clearly like it looks hungry and mangy, and
Can I
it
throw
looks
a ration at it?
angry. You
Oh yeah,
can.
nuts and berries. That's gonna go over real well.
You're talking to the half-orc.
Yeah.
She's got
All her
like,
rations
she's
are
got
raw meat.
You throw some rations.
She's got
well,
meat.
yeah, but
Also, I'm fairly sure meat's actually probably easier to come by than nuts
Yeah,
and berries.
probably.
Yeah.
that's true.
True.
But what you're throwing is like dry jerky.
And it's food.
We smell like blood.
Now it knows that we have
It-
food.
Yeah, it seems it's not so much. It's not a fan of the dried stuff.
Well,
and you just throw it at the floor.
If
Can't be
it was-
picky, you're starving to death.
if it was, it wouldn't have died.
It's not dead yet. Watch
And
it
yeah,
fuck us
it's
up.
clearly gonna start pouncing on you. So
It's gonna fuck us up.
initiative.
I think we got the same.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine.
Is it total for you?
Oh, you rolled that as well. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, double figures. That's nice.
Nice for some. Good luck.
20 to 15.
Luckily, I didn't even bother with 25 to 20.
Nice.
Not again. Not
They got
after.
the tone.
Not after the burn that you gave.
No, that
them.
was 15 to 20.
That was 15
True.
to 20.
I'm so proud of that one.
That was funny.
It's second most used on TikTok.
Is it?
Yeah.
15 to 10.
10.
Oh god.
10 to 5.
9.
Hey!
5.
Did you roll an 8 as well?
No, I rolled 7.
Oh.
I'm faster than you are.
Yeah, sure. You can go first then.
Speedy boy.
Fuck yourself. You rolled a 10.
Okay, yeah, the dire wolf is very hungry. Lucius, you're up first.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Lucius.
Okay.
Oh, damn,
Yeah, that's
okay.
what you get.
What did you roll?
5.
I think you said
Okay,
double
how
figures.
far away from us?
No,
is
I
it?
said must be nice being on double figures.
It's 60 feet away.
60 feet away. Okay.
Yeah, it's like here in the back, and you've just entered the cave.
Cool.
Don't
Lucius
appreciate
is going to. First of all,
Opens a spell book, starts reading.
yeah. Oh no, 60 feet away. Okay. Yeah, Lucius is gonna look over to the wolf and starts off being like.
Keener than I thought. You're actually that far away. If that's okay. I forgot how teeny I made this map.
That's fine, and that's 60.
Within 60.
Within 60.
Oh, it's within. Absolutely yes.
Yeah, cool. That's fine. Lucius starts off going like, okay, nice borders. No, we're back. Okay, yep. Nope.
Nope. I cast. Nope.
That's nope.
Command
Jude
word.
is
no.
going to try and cast Hex.
Ooh.
I guess that's just roll to hit. It doesn't. Until spell.
What?
No, you just place it.
Oh
on
no, you
someone,
just
right?
do it.
It just
do
hits.
it.
Oh, okay.
It
Oh,
is
right,
Hex.
right. Cool.
It doesn't give it to make a save.
Yeah.
Hex is fucking dope.
That's why it's
Yeah.
What do hex look like?
Yeah.
So it starts off like a light purple from his hand, but it kind of goes into like a black grin, but it looks like kind of like seaweeds, like kind of dripping off of this like beam that goes towards the wolf. It's like, no. And I'm going to choose the ability Strength.
that it has disadvantage on.
Yes.
Does that include like attack rolls based on strength?
Probably. It says the target has disadvantage on ability checks made with the chosen ability.
That's not attack rolls in that
That's
case.
not
Yeah.
attack rolls.
That's ability checks.
And
Okay, but
ideal an extra
D6.
1d6 to cool.
That's pretty fucking good. Okay.
Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna do that and just be like, no.
Okay, gotcha.
Hex the one that you can bounce to someone else when they die.
Or Baroth. Oster or Baroth.
That's Hexblade's curse, I
Oh.
think.
Yeah.
I just sit. Casting command. He's a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, it's actually got a +1 to wisdom. Okay, 2.
No.
No, but okay.
Let's go. And Austin turns around and runs.
I feel less bad about this.
Go, you
Let's fucking
turn
go.
tail, you run.
I will when it's my goal.
And yeah, you all get out of there. It doesn't do anything on its turn, so if you all are running,
Yeah.
Get
I'm
the birds,
I'm
get
leaving
the
that
fuck
bit of jerky.
you're leaving for the jerky.
Yeah, there you go.
Mom,
You
get
go.
off your mouth.
When we're significant distance from it, I'll remove Hex.
Cool. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, you make
That
it
was
out
the
of the
cold
diamond.
case.
Yeah, you've explored. You've cleared another dungeon.
Yay!
Did we level up?
You didn't kill a wolf.
You found the cave painting. It gave you a really high amount of XP for no reason.
I'm doing XP now.
Had a big yellow
We're
exclamation.
not doing XP now. Fuck it.
No.
XP's fucking broken.
It's so annoying.
Yeah. Cool.
Cool.
I guess. Yeah.
Head back.
Yeah.
Unless you
I'm,
want to
I'm
fight a
guessing
war
it's like
dragon.
night, quote unquote time now.
No.
No, I mean, you head off in
came
the
out-
morning.
It's like
came out in
midday.
the morning. It's
Okay, so
midday.
it's still
Yeah.
roughly.
Um,
Okay.
Probably like midday.
I mean,
Don't know how long it took.
don't know where we are on the map. But yeah, we can head back to Easthaven.
There's some stuff I can do.
Spell,
Mm.
I ain't seen you cast that before.
Neither have I.
Wait, like that ain't something you've like come up with yourself.
No, I just kind of really didn't want that wolf to get anywhere near me. And so, yeah. That was weird, wasn't it?
It just sort of happened.
You put
Yeah,
X
I
in
mean,
the-
I thought real hard about it, but like...
I fail to believe that you think really hard about it.
Did you not hear how many times I said no as I was casting it? I was noting all out of that. That's
Speaking is
thought.
not the
No, no,
same
no.
as thinking.
But it works. I mean, yeah, I just kind of assumed that sometimes you just do things and think magic. I mean, that's kind of just what I've been going on a whim. I've not ever studied anything, so I don't really know.
No, but
I mean,
normally
yeah.
your magic involves singing or clicking your fingers or playing the guitar or something.
Was I not? Was I not singing?
No.
Oh.
You just said no a lot.
Yeah.
Much no.
Oh. Okay.
Did you forget to say?
I mean, I thought I was, but
Do you have any other spells you can do like that, or?
I mean, I've got one that I can kind of just do from, you know, like movements or like with the guitar. But like other than that,
That's so dumb.
Movements I can do with the guitar.
this is like miles ahead.
Where-
I
I just like the fact that anytime you annoy Baroth now, he can say yippee and you'll fly off every distance.
I've been debuffed.
only if he's on horseback.
Yeah.
Unless Lucius also gains the bullseye buff, which is yippee, and Lucius is like, okay,
Okay.
time for a run. What have I made, Lucius?
A wonderful person.
You're such a serious boy at one point. Just not a serious boy.
Oh, funny boy.
He's a
Not
funny
to be
boy.
serious.
Both can be serious.
Just not this one.
Just not this one. No,
Just not
don't
most of
have
them.
it. It's impossible.
Sorry, you were all playing. I didn't mean to interrupt the role play.
But I mean, as far as I'm aware, I've not done anything. I mean, it all kind of tends to revolve around music. Or
Okay.
Yeah.
Just,
well, it was a bit weird, isn't it? I
It's
wasn't
just
like
interesting.
dancing or anything.
No.
like that. I was
No,
just saying.
Literally just saying no.
No.
I was a bit distracted. I
Um,
wasn't paying attention.
I mean, that is true. Yeah. Keep a pin in it, I suppose, and
yeah.
maybe it was a fluke. I don't know. It did work.
You
Didn't
can
it?
try it again.
worked.
Do you think it worked? Like
I
it
don't know.
looks-
We ran away before.
It didn't look so great. I mean, I did something.
Something definitely happened.
You can try it again.
On
But
someone
then
else.
I don't want to hex anyone here. That seems mean.
It's called hex.
Well, yeah, I assume so. It was like a hex kind of feeling, you know? Is that not how it works for you guys?
I'm really dead.
I've never thought of
I-
naming them, but I guess they do have
I
names.
get spells from trees.
Touché.
They don't really have names. They're more kind of things that seem right to do in the moment.
Yeah.
So yeah, instinct.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No, I think I'm with you. Just not trees and just
Except for the glowy beams of light. For some reason in my brain, that's a spiritual weapon. Like the hammer.
It's a
that you-
descriptor, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
okay.
get it.
So you
Like
kind
a
of
spiritual.
will it to
Yeah.
have a
It's like
presence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh. I thought I'd have to study a lot harder for all of this stuff, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I'm kind of just panicking through a lot of stuff.
Sometimes it's just innate. I have heard of that before.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean,
didn't
yeah,
study.
I've got I'm not innately capable of casting spells, but I'm innately better at coping with spells.
Yeah. I mean, I can do some things that, like, my people can do, but that's all kind of just, you know, I don't know.
We can keep an eye on it, see if anything else comes up.
Yeah.
Weird.
Oh, well.
This one didn't involve me being hit, so I'm okay with
No.
it.
Not this time.
Yippee. All I've done is make you get to Easthaven quicker.
Yeah, maybe you didn't have to listen to it for
Yeah, true, yeah.
Is there a notice board in East?
There is, we've seen it.
Yes.
Notice board?
Did someone say notice board me, Sensei?
No.
Did we not? Sorry.
Sorry, I didn't actually ask you guys looking at the notice board.
Yeah.
From
I just heard you say notice board and I like. I
You're
got
like,
one.
have I ever?
But yeah, you have already
Right,
seen
yeah,
this.
seance.
Oh my God, a seance.
Rime, Easthaven Ferry is suspended 'cause it's frozen.
Oh yeah, we saw that.
And then people in Nugan's Hole asking for help,
Yeah.
which is too far, I think, for us to do in a day.
We did talk about that, and we decided it was probably best for us not to drift too far from Easthaven.
Just do it on another guy, actually.
It's more making it back in time for the
Yes.
speakers thing,
Good.
and also alive.
True.
We don't know what's going on in Dugan's Hole because the speaker's been missing.
We've seen him, we've all seen him. Wolves as big as horses, big wolves, dire wolves.
Again.
I'm
Should we have?
assuming.
Wait, where's that?
Oh, Dugan's Hall.
Oh.
That's what the issue is. That's what
Not
it
that
says.
one that we just saw.
No.
No, that's probably not ranging that far.
I was going to say, otherwise we've
They've been lurking around the outskirts of the village, just waiting for us to step out and make us their lunch. In fact, this is written in an accent. I'm slightly worried about this.
Well, some
I mean,
people.
spelling isn't unified. Yeah.
It's not a priority when you've got dwarves the
no,
size of
that's true.
horses. I mean,
Don't even know if Sif and her brother made it out alright to put this here notice, though I suppose if you're reading this, then they must have. So,
well, we could
if
probably-
nothing else, they might be in town
They might be around somewhere.
still.
I mean, they've probably not
They
gone
might
back.
have been there for days. Also,
Yeah.
that was there before we went to the caves the first time, so at least
This is
4 days.
True.
But
Look
they,
at I signed about the moose.
Yeah, I noticed
Meat's
that.
much nicer than hell.
If you're sick of going sober and want some goddamn meat back in your veins, sign the petition below. I mean, it's making it sound like it's good meat's fault. I feel like,
It's probably not. No,
well, it's probably just because Easthaven doesn't get on with good meat.
well, I think
no
this
one
is the-
gets on with anyone.
no one's
No.
having a good time at the moment.
Is there anything we can do to prove our case?
I think we went through this last night or the night before. We just went over everything we could. We've
Yeah.
got enough of. We're in good stead with enough of the speakers, and we've got some evidence. We just gotta hold the fuckface.
We've got, okay, so what have we got? We've got
Ildar's letter.
the letter. We've got the fact that they've taken the shardlings so they clearly wanted for something.
We've got the fact that we know we killed Zephic, and they've been claiming that he's still alive,
Do we
killing
have
people.
anything from, so you got the sword, but you had that before.
I did have that before.
Well, we had his head,
We did
and
have
we
his
showed
head.
it to.
We showed it to the captain of the guard at
Bryn Shan- was it?
Bryn Shander.
Bryn
Yeah,
Shander.
Yeah, Captain Southwell.
And we got the bounty for it.
So we've got their.
Got their
Assuming the
word.
captains are coming along as well, which I don't know.
If nothing else, I imagine the captain of the guard has probably spoken to the speaker of Bryn Shander, so that'll be known.
Hopefully.
About a bounty being taken off because we
That's-
showed them their fucking head.
That's more of a problem with Scath and
Yeah, that's
Maxwell
they're
Denard.
the problem.
That's going to
But-
be
but
the
like-
subsequent.
But there's other people coming we don't know.
Yeah.
Basically, we have to convince a group of people who are already in a very bad situation that they need to take immediate action, otherwise a very serious situation which they have no knowledge of and we can provide very scant evidence for is going to do...
We can just hope that our goodwill of been going through 10 towns and
Fixing things.
fixing them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just that we'll get to Goodmead and Dugan's Hole probably. I don't know, but fucking
I mean, we haven't met the Dugan's Hole speaker yet, right?
No.
Dugan's
He's
Hole
missing.
speaker's missing.
Missing.
No.
Oh, yeah, is it good? Isn't it?
Dugan's whole speaker.
Oh, no, that was the
she's
weird one.
around. She's a recluse and almost never shows up, but she is around. She's probably
Oh.
coming to this.
Right,
I
okay.
reckon.
Was there one of them that was missing?
Good meat speaker is dead.
Right, and they
That
haven't
was it.
replaced them yet.
Yeah.
We're waiting for the white smoke out of the chimney or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a pointless reference.
No, I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid.
Unless we want to go around talking to people.
There's some stuff that I can do to. I mean, because Easthaven speakers pretty much on our side.
Yeah, I'd say definitely on our side.
There's some stuff I can do to, help arm people if we're not doing anything for the day.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you guys had something else that you wanted to plan to do, if not, we can, I don't know, go to Dugan's Hole and kill some wolves. But I think the point is that we stick around just in case.
Yeah.
Because we also have to get there without anything going wrong, which is not usually something that we're doing.
No, we're not very good at that.
I mean, that's pretty much what the captain said
Mm-hmm.
the other night.
Stick around.
We've also lost half a day dealing with the case, which is fine, but it does mean we've only got 2.5 days until this happens.
1.5
What
days.
about half?
1.5 days, there you go, even worse.
Because we
Yeah.
found a deal learning to ride axes, which was worth it.
Oh, very,
Oh no,
very,
I
very,
think
very
it's worth it. Yeah.
In the long run, assuming we don't die tomorrow.
Yeah.
Touch wood. Not in the back speaker. Fuck you!
Got him before.
Beat you at your own game.
I mean, there's other stuff we can do. We could get provisions. We could go shopping. We could. I mean, I've got
Yeah.
fishing stuff now.
We should probably.
If someone wanted to try that.
And I can hunt.
Just,
we don't need to get food into Easthaven, they've got the fucking cauldron.
No,
it's
for
more
us.
for us.
Now, fair enough.
Yeah. That's true.
Get us ready for whatever's coming up next, because we might not even have a chance to go to the other villages,
Oh.
towns.
Who wants to? No, I don't want to bet money on that. My worst case scenario that keeps running through my head is that all the speakers are going to be in the same fucking place.
Well, they did say that they were going to meet in
So the invitation's gone out saying, like, there is a pretense that it's going to happen in Bryn Shander, but actually all the speakers are coming to Easthaven, so yeah, they have put out that.
Yeah, okay.
If something does go wrong, we'll at least be in the room with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're right, it is
Not great.
cause of concern.
I say we just kind
Wish
of
Blip and Clog and
Blip,
Scrap,
Clog,
Clack were here. They were very useful in
They
the
were
fight.
very useful, yeah.
They would do a good vibe check on people. Yeah.
Do we see a weird shambling figure in a big coat walking down the street?
No, you don't.
No.
Well, they were in Targos, weren't they? And
Yeah.
Targos is locked down.
The tower sucked, so maybe they
Maybe
left.
However,
Oh, shit!
y'all have got to stop predicting things. As you walk down the street,
Wait, really?
you do come
He's
upon a
sulking.
strange sign, a new establishment that you didn't know, that wasn't there before, or at least like seems very recently established. It's got a sign over the door that says "Human and Person Attorneys at Law."
I like how you were probably sat there waiting through the whole thing, just like, I'm really glad they haven't mentioned it. And then you went, Black Clog, and you went,
Yeah, fucking tell me about it.
for fuck's sake.
Yeah,
We
so
were just
you
reminiscing
see.
of a good time.
I was just thinking they're my favourite NPCs, and it's a shame they're like halfway across 10 towns. But no! They're here! I immediately get off my axe, big time up on the post outside, and knock on the door.
Yep. Come in.
Hi!
And you see a very, very tall human in a large winter coat sit behind a desk with several papers and says, "Welcome to Person and Human Attorneys at Law." This is a new kobold voice that you haven't heard before. You see this very tall human sat behind this desk, and behind them you see two large desks facing each other in this large office. Moving around these desks and between the big filing cabinets, you see two more very tall humans in trench coats with large bundles of paper that they keep hoisting around, going, "Business, business, business. Look at all these litigation claims."
I'm so proud of them.
They know what the word well, they at least know the word litigation. They might not know what it
None of
means.
them can pronounce it at all. It's
We must file these reports before the end of the tax year. And they, like, one of them very shamblingly sits down on top of one of the chairs.
I wasn't that invested in 10 towns. I'm invested in this. These guys can't die. Everyone else in 10 towns can die, but this attorney at law, people in human attorney at law needs to...
Hi. We've met, perhaps Mr. Human or Mr. Person before.
The tallest human in 10 towns.
They previously went by the title of the tallest human in 10 towns. But perhaps also going by Clog, Lep, and Clack.
Oh!
And I am talking in Draconic.
Yes, just back in Draconic. Mr. Person Esquire will see you now. And one of the very tall humans turns around. Hello, friends!
hello.
Hello.
It is excellent to see you again.
Welcome to our law firm!
Did we give them the idea for a law firm?
I seem to feel like that was...
Quite well done.
Was that something they were kind of doing already? Like they wanted
No,
to
they
do
were-
We were like-
They were doing accounting first, and now they've moved into law.
because they're next to each
They're
other.
doing it.
So this is so that was person wandering over. Human now lifts up his hood, goes, "Hello," and you see a little kobold head that you recognize. This is Trex from the mine in Termini.
I was gonna
Oh,
say,
shit,
yeah, I was
the
gonna
one
say
that
that the
was
ones
once upon a time possessed by a ghost.
Yeah, I was gonna say to the ones up for the book.
Hey,
Hey, Trex.
sorry,
Yeah.
I
Okay.
am not Trex.
We won't tell.
Oh no, yeah.
Hello, Mr. Human.
Mr. Human.
Mr. Human.
Mr.
Indeed.
Human.
Human partner at this firm.
So it is human, person.
Esquire.
Human and person.
Is there just 2 of them? I thought there was 3.
There's 2 of them and our secretary.
What's your secretary's name?
Mr. Secretary.
Okay, right. No.
Very nice. Very to the point.
How's business?
How's law? I thought you were doing accounting last time we met.
Well, we decided there was too little money in it, and our ambitions could not be sated.
Fair enough.
You gotta follow your
And
ambitions.
there's lots of money in law.
Look at all these claims. And gestures over to the big piles of paper. Most of them are blank now.
Pickpocketing is legal here.
With past perception of 15, can I read any of the ones that aren't blank, or are they just stacks of blank paper?
Yeah, you can see one of them that's just lying on the front desk that someone's clearly just in a very scriggly handwriting written law, business, law, business.
I love it.
Oh, that's amazing. I'm so glad you chaps landed on your feet.
Yeah.
I don't know how, but I very much approve of it. I don't know what witchcraft you're pulling.
Mr.
It
Secretary.
seems to be working.
Mr. Secretary stands up and goes, "Can I get you all some coffee?"
Yes,
I would
please.
love a coffee.
There's coffee.
That's a terrible
Absolutely.
idea.
Absolutely would love one.
Get you some
I want to
coffee.
see what their coffee.
Somehow makes it over to the
They've got
kitchen.
plenty more.
Gonna be mud in a mug with water in it.
Don't disrespect Mr. Secretary's coffee.
Hey,
It's an honour to be included in the office tradition.
Yeah.
Around.
say
This
this
is
frequently
office round of
eat
coffee.
dirt. I don't know why that would be a
Do
problem.
they? Is that a thing they do?
No, I'm practicing lying.
Alright. Oh, you had me going.
Your adventuring group found representation yet?
Funny you should say that. We were on the lookout for a lawyer.
Our daily rates are 3 meals per day.
Oh yeah. That's
So gold.
Have you heard about the new cauldron in town?
No?
You can get some soup. Some really hot soup.
I believe
Oh,
there was
how much does this cost?
Well, I'm
I bet-
hoping it's free.
completely free.
It should be free, otherwise we're going to have
I
words.
believe that the soup place was going to be named the Shining Stars Soup Shack.
That's the one.
That was one of our stipulations when we were.
Yep.
Yeah.
Um,
So
I must consult with my associates.
And then
Hey.
Blep puts his head back down into his coat.
what have we done?
I don't know,
Get
but
them food!
I don't know what you've done, but the thing is, you're gonna keep doing it. You've acknowledged that we're probably making a mistake, but you're gonna go along with it.
I know, but I care about them.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we're gonna have to close the firm for the rest of the day. Urgent business has come up.
It is.
You may have to queue.
It's a queuing situation, and it's a 1 bowl of soup per person, and no stealing.
Short people are allowed.
I don't know about.
They're supposed to get one each.
The odds are stacking up.
We could go with you.
Yeah, if you
Yes.
wanted to go on a lunch break.
Yeah, lovely.
If you guys were, gonna...
Lunch break sounds wonderful. It is coming up to 12, and we get 1 hour.
Did
Oh.
they have a watch on their wrist?
So,
It's like 3 in the afternoon.
Are they drawn a watch on them?
It just constantly says lunchtime.
I mean, their arms are just like 2 big sleeves and then tiny little arms that poke out of the front. Speaking of, Mr. Secretary comes waddling back with a big tray and 4 mugs of coffee that are not staying on this tray. You might not have time because they
thank you. Thank you very much, sir.
Barrett is
There's
just
barely
accepting
any
whatever
coffee
happens.
left in the mug.
is it coffee though?
Make a nature check.
I'm getting in on this.
I'm getting
Natural 20. That's a waste.
Hey.
21.
13.
Nice.
What's nature? Is that intelligence?
22.
Yeah.
It
Cool,
is
so 1. No,
scalding
0.
hot water that has been poured over coffee grounds.
That's coffee.
It will be coffee after a while.
Yeah, I guess it's coffee. There's no
Yeah.
kind of filtration going on here, though.
So the grounds are still
We're
in.
talking instant.
Oh yeah. Oh, the
but-
grounds are absolutely still in there.
It's not instant coffee. It's like
Yeah.
okay.
Floating.
It's an attempt on instant.
It's literally
coffee.
they just picked up coffee beans and put them in hot water.
Yes.
So,
There's the milk.
And just this bottle of milk just explodes on
Oh.
I take mine black.
Barth has just accepted that this is his life. Well, if you're going on lunch with the
Tallest
human and tallest
With
people and
Mr.
tallest
Human
sex.
and Miss Person and Miss Secretary.
Obviously.
Valve.
Yes. I'm gonna go to
Evelyn Secretary.
gonna go to the barracks and see if I can be of any use there.
You're not going to get in on the
Nope.
the hour's lunch break
Absolutely not.
as part of your contract?
I am thinking of the looming death that's coming towards 10 towns. I can't.
So you're working a 9 to 5.
I swear to God.
Which god?
I swear to a god. Not oral.
Are you drinking that?
Nope.
Don't talk to me until I've had my coffee.
Barrow,
Just dunks a snout into the coffee.
Barrow leaves. He's off.
I'm gonna down the whole thing.
I don't. I see if I can maybe try filtering it through like the cuff of my sleeve or something.
You're gonna get stained.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gross. It tastes a little
Mending.
better for you, but it's a bit
Can't
messy.
mending get rid of his stain, unfortunately.
Lucius accidentally eats some of the coffee
You need
beans, like
Daz.
they go too far and he's just chewing.
Just like
Bitter as hell.
Yeah, Shoss is not
No,
really yours there, Phil.
No, I know, I'm making a reference.
Anyway, Barroth, you go to the barracks, and the rest of you go
Oh,
go on lunch, and you see that yes, a system has been set up. You find a big sign in the town square next to a little tent that houses the Cauldron of Plenty that you sold to the town.
Very nice.
And yeah, it states that there is a system. They have a register for all of the citizens in Easthaven. Everyone gets one bowl every other day, and and they keep track of that. And you can apply for extenuating circumstances if you
want 3 people in a trench coat.
exactly. If you require more than that.
That's cute as fuck.
Yeah.
Does it have the sunshine, whatever we fucking called it?
Absolutely, it does.
Sparkling sunshine bullshit.
A big
Big sunshine
a
bullshit.
big banner.
The Shining Stars Soup Shack. It was really
Soup
like
Shack.
Soup Shack.
Oh yeah, a big banner is at the top of this tent that displays the name beautifully.
Look forward to them
And,
keeping that hidden when the other speakers get here.
And yeah, you are all given some soup. So yes, that means you are fed for this day.
Nice.
Put gold back on my stuff.
Mhm.
But I
No,
put 5
put
silver
5
back.
silver back.
I put 5 silver back on my stuff.
Yes. Cool. Yeah. I'm gonna move through this quickly unless you
Yeah,
desperately
yeah,
want to roleplay.
I
this.
want to know the flavour of the soup, even though I'm not there.
Blue raspberry.
Yes!
No. Anyway, Barrow,
But with
yeah.
like chunks of carrot in it.
Barth just wants to spend, he's just going to go to the barracks and basically be like, I might be able to improve some of your gear a bit.
Okay.
He's just going to be using his channel divinity, basically on rotation, spend an hour making some stuff better, have a short rest to get his channel divinity back, and then do it again for a bit.
Okay.
Just not expecting any miracles, just being like, just mend some stuff, make some stuff a bit more
For sure.
effective.
People are really appreciative of that.
Improve some shields and armour. Not over 100 gold though,
No, for sure.
in one go.
The quartermaster really appreciates your hard work. I'm
Cool.
gonna say gives you 3 silvers for that.
Oh, okay. I might just
Damn.
stay here. Fuck off this adventure instead.
I found your calling.
Barroth accepts it, just like, thanks. He's still just thinking about giant Shardlin dragon coming to kill us all.
But yeah, and the day continues, and the days continue. It's 3 days. Is there anything else you guys are doing before it's time?
I feel like we should be doing things before it's time, but I also can't think of any things.
I feel like we've done the things.
Could
that
also just be like downtime stuff if
Yeah.
you want to go gambling or carousing or buying shit.
If we don't think of anything else to do, Barroth's just going to keep doing that at the moment.
Yeah.
Not expecting payment,
Fair enough.
but just doing it to... Because,
I'll say
partially to
that was
keep
the
his,
payment for the
yeah,
2.
partially to keep his mind off of what's happening, but also to be like, make them a little bit more prepared.
I'm gonna neaten up the maps that I've been making on the road.
Sounds good. Yeah.
On the map, blue-green. On the map of Easthaven, there are trees outside the town.
We're going to get
that would be a treason.
I was just gonna go meditate for a chunk of this third day just to try and reconnect with the forest god.
Yeah. Get a little
Yeah.
bit more in it. Reconnected there. And you have a peaceful time.
Yeah, Lucius is gonna bust, but also does a little bit of like music, like around the town as well as like the tavern. But he does a lot of like writing in his room,
Nice.
like very just to Myrtle and like thinking as well, just being like trying to practice like grabbing random items, thinking he can copy the augury. Crystal's he like grabs a load of pens, like he like gets a load of pencils from downstairs, and he's just like, yeah, and he does that for like a good 2 hours.
Randomly.
I think Oster probably comes back like early afternoon from having had like a nice time. What the fuck are you doing?
I'm throwing pencils for fun, and no other reason.
And the pencils spell the word liar.
No, you won't.
Nat one.
I mean, if you want, we can try the spell again. It's a ritual.
That's alright. I thought just trying to see if I can just will it to happen again. You know, like I feel like.
He thought it was you, didn't he, Ronaldo? He thought you were causing him to get possessed and him to choke seawater. But maybe that's just because you hate the guy.
I mean, there is. Oh god, yeah, that's. I didn't even consider that I might have been doing that maliciously myself. Oops. But I just thought maybe if I could try and make something happen, but I'm coming up blank. I don't know how to summon regular ass ghosts.
You kind of already. You know what she wants you to do.
Yeah. I was hoping she might have had some kind of like, hey, if a magical Shardlin dragon comes along, here's what you need to do kind of advice. But funnily enough, I don't think she would have even. I don't think that's something she would have been aware of when she was alive. So.
No.
Or know how to combat other than hit it really hard with a sword. Because that's kind of both of our thing. But yeah.
We can try throwing the crystals again if you want. I'm not sure how much you'll get out of it, but we can try it.
I don't even know what question I want to ask, really. I'm kind of just... I think I've spent the past half hour just throwing pencils. And that's it.
Just kind of without thinking about it.
Yeah.
Hoping that it would do something if you weren't thinking about it.
Yeah. Well, that I'd get some kind of inspiration or something. But no, I've very much just been throwing pencils.
Yeah, I can see from all the little lead marks.
Yeah,
on
I'm
the
gonna have
table.
to. Oh shit! And Lucius like gets out a little.
Mending.
He's got a run, but he's just making it worse.
It's very upsetting.
Yeah, I just mending each of the pencils so that the lead isn't broken all the way through, and just kind of sit there while I'm doing that, just kind of like. How long's it been since she died?
5-ish years, give or take. A little bit longer, maybe. Just a little bit over, maybe.
So 5 years since you've been home.
Yeah.
5 years since you broke yourself out of prison and became a pirate.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't really do much pirating after breaking out of prison, which kind of sucks on an aesthetic level. But
I mean, no, it's like you turned over a clean leaf, right? You quit the piracy game in exchange for learning the guitar. You said something like that to me once. You said sometimes life gives you a shipwreck and then you learn the guitar.
Yeah, that was a lot more literal than.
Yeah, I kind of
be.
thought it was like a cool way of like dealing with your trauma, but it's quite literally exactly what
sometimes
happened
life
to
gives
you.
you a shipwreck and then you learn to play the guitar.
Yeah. It's more a then and kind of situation.
Yeah, pretty much. Just a series of events. But,
just a list of your life. But you omitted the jail and the trauma that came before.
A lot of sailoring and doing a bit of odd jobs on boats and learning to tie knots. And not a lot of fishing, I suppose.
Did they do it by sticking you under the water and getting you to
They
yell?
did not, funnily enough, and I did not offer. And I'm starting to think I might have been a lot more successful if I had offered to just like.
Maybe they wouldn't have taken you so seriously.
I don't think they would have. They're not the wacky bunch that we all are.
I feel like I should be offended, but
You're one of the wacky bunch now.
yeah.
Hmm.
I think. I hope this ain't impertinent or anything, but it disquiets me that she's out there in distress,
Yeah.
and I ain't never met her, but
Yeah, I wasn't
It's-
sure if she would be or not, to be honest, but I guess we've seen her now. I think.
yeah. Did Oster also see the ghost, like
Oh yeah, was it
coming
just...
up through the floorboards? Yeah.
I want to make it clear that wasn't her in her prime. She would be really upset if she thought anyone had seen her like that. Like she would probably be, like if she's behind me right now, she's smacking me across the head, letting other people see her like that. What? Oh, very funny. Oh no! No, yeah, she was a lot less. Dead than that.
Yeah, no, I assumed.
Cool,
I
cool.
assumed that your sister, who was your twin, who was alive for
Didn't
much
look
of the
like
same
she had been
yeah.
drowned for.
Yeah, and in much in the same way that you don't look like a man who's been drowned.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. I don't. That's the least possible compliment I could give you. I think I'm gonna try something, and I give you back the stack of pencils which have all been repaired. And I'm gonna get out my little bag of crystals, and I'm just gonna roll them between my hands.
Oh. Okay.
No, you're not throwing the pencils again.
Oh.
I just fixed them.
Okay. I can't want to throw the pencils now, but I'll leave them alone.
And as a ritual, I'm gonna cast Augury. And I know the Augury spell is generally for things you're gonna do in like the next hour. But can I get a vibe check on should we pursue finding Myrtle? Essentially, is what Oster's going to reach for. So asking for something a bit further afield.
You can get wheel or woe from that.
Yeah, it'll be vaguer.
That's the kind of the. Yeah, I'm gonna. The spell struggles with that not because it's further in the future, but because it's a little too vague.
Yeah.
Sure.
Should we?
Because finding Myrtle is
Could
a very.
Finding Myrtle.
What does Oster mean when he says finding Myrtle?
I think Oster's like gonna sort of start with
Is it
should,
even possible?
start with should we throw the crystals, get nothing, scoop them up, and kind of start or get mixed results and start thinking about like as part of the same casting, kind of asking like should we go to the sea to find Myrtle
Fair enough. Okay.
and throw the stones for that.
Now that you can do. And the crystals land as if they are way heavier than they should be. They slam into the ground, going ding, and giving you overwhelming wheel.
Well, that's quite definitive.
Yeah. Huh.
When all the symbols that look like that come face up, that's yes.
Oh.
We should go to the sea. I should have specified which sea, and I scooped them back into my hand.
There's only one C.
The sea is
one
written down.
sea.
Yeah, I assume that's what you meant.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
That symbol means very much yes, and I flip it over. That means no.
Right.
And I flip it to the blank sides because they're kind of like D6s but longer, kind
Okay.
of almost like bars.
Yeah.
I flip them onto the blank sides, and that means mixed or don't know, or if you get a whole bunch of like both symbols, it can mean mixed. They don't tend to land that heavy. I put them back in the pouch. So yeah, if we wanted to pursue her, the Sea of Moving Ice. I don't think we've got time.
Oh no, I don't even know how or where or what or when to begin with that, but it's something I think something that maybe I've possibly been looking for and didn't realise I was, so
Purpose.
yeah, I've not really had much of that other than kind of just jamming, which is lovely, but yeah, that's good to know. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hmm.
I'm glad you found purpose. I ain't ever really had purpose. I've kind of stumbled from purpose to purpose for a very long time.
Stumbled into purposing of stopping a Chardalin dragon is a pretty big purpose as well.
Yeah, I'm fucking terrified about that. But, it's not like fighting Kadroth. I could have run from Kadroth. I can't run from the destruction of the whole of 10 towns.
Yeah.
There's no fucking way I'm making it back through the spine of the world. It's amazing I made it through the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see what happens.
Yep.
We'll go we've got a few hours, we'll go get a drink, maybe calm the nerves. What do you reckon?
Yeah, but I'm not being hungover for tomorrow.
No, I'm not, maybe not even alcoholic, I don't even know at this point, I might just puke it either way.
Yeah,
Put delicately.
I mean, we could try and play music again.
Yeah, that sounds nice.
It was. I learned to play the lyre with my with all my cousins.
Oh.
It was just a thing you did on, it was never not summer, but like lazy afternoons.
Yeah.
So playing music always felt to me like a thing you meant to do in company.
Oh.
So if you wanted to, that would be very nice.
Lucius is just gonna pull out his lyre and be like, bet. That sounds fucking delightful.
We go down to the bar and we play some music.
You go down to the bar and play some music. Have a lovely time.
Hell yeah.
Thus.
I wanted to do one quick thing.
Yes.
I want to go for the library. Is there a library here?
Not really. There is like a records room in the town hall.
Okay,
Yeah, it's a library, but it's
Got
not
3
like
books in it.
All the papers in
I want to look up constructs, specifically magical constructs, just in general. Because I didn't find much on Chardalin. I thought,
Fucking dragon.
yeah.
Magical concept.
What are you looking at? Oh!
So I didn't get much on the Chardalin, but it's still a construct. So maybe if there's any useful information in that regard.
Make an investigation check.
Dirty 20.
Ooh, there's lots of 20s today.
Yeah.
You find a book on you find books on kind of general magical constructs, specifically on golems and how they are crafted. Like it doesn't give you like instructions exactly on how to craft them, but it gives you the
Expensive as fuck.
vague generals and vague generalities of how to make a golem, what different kinds of golem they are.
And
Yeah.
the sapphire.
Is there anything like it's powered by a magical source, and if you destroy the magical source,
Sometimes, other times it is just inherent in the creature, and sometimes it becomes a creature in its own right, and even something like it stops being powered by magic, so to speak. It's created by magic, but it itself is not magic anymore. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Good, it's just alive.
Sometimes it's not. It's like
fine.
very powerful golems are just alive. Meanwhile, suits of armor that have been enchanted to, like you could cast a spell magic at a suit of armor, but maybe not at a powerful iron golem.
Yeah.
And then all the kind of spectrum in between.
Yeah.
Right.
Cool.
Good to know. I'm gonna take
It'd be
down a
really
few
annoying
notes.
if we could just take out this fucking sharp-named dragon by going, dispel magic!
None of us have to spell magic.
It just like flops like when a helicopter like the people inside are no longer piloting. It's like
Lands on Dugan's hole.
And nothing in 10 towns was lost. We haven't even been there, we just assume it's shit because it's called Dugan's Hole.
But, with that said, the day arrives, as do several delegates from all corners of 10 towns,
Time to kill a speaker.
assembling for a meeting to determine civilization's fate. And we will go for a quick break.
Yay.
There it is.
Thank you so much to everyone for sticking with us. We really appreciate your company. We will see you in 15 minutes. Bye.
Bye.
We're still on. I haven't found the button.
No.
Welcome back, everyone! We're on time back for the break as well. Isn't that
Yay.
incredible? I'm so
This
impressed.
is a once in a lifetime
The
opportunity.
bare minimum.
If
We
it's
No,
not
did.
gonna
this is
happen
the
again.
standard from now on.
I don't know if that's true.
And always
Um,
has been.
It really should have been.
Mhm.
And yeah, we are going to jump straight back into our adventure. In the morning of the 4th day since you returned from the Cauldron Caves, you arrive at Easthaven Town Hall and are quickly led into a room tense with anticipation. A huge round table is at the center of this room with high-backed chairs behind each, and on the back of each chair a crest painted to represent the 10 shields of 10 towns. And the music. No one's really sat down yet. It seems delegates are filtering through and have begun to arrive. You see some people you don't recognize, and some people you do. In fact, you see Speaker Daneth of Easthaven there in quiet conversation with Nimsy Huddle, who is their husband in tow. And as you enter, kind of waves over to you. Hello! Oh, hi there! Hi there!
Hey. Hey.
Oh, it's so nice to see you all.
It's good to see
Really
you
lovely
too.
to see you.
How was the trip? Nothing on your
Oh,
way?
no, nothing. Well, the old so-and-so is a little bit grumpy, aren't you? But no, the journey went very, very well. I just need to say Lonelywood is looking better than ever. It's, well, winter aside, it is beginning to get its feet back again, and I am so grateful to you all for that.
I'm so glad.
That's really good news.
DM, do we know if they've all been briefed on why they've been summoned here, or is it more of a you don't put that shit in a letter kind of situation?
No, they've been briefed.
Okay.
So we don't have to break the
on
news.
the basically.
We don't have to tell Nimsy. Good to see you. Wish it wasn't about the end of the world.
What?
Yes.
I want to say before we start, what we're broaching today does sound insane, but I swear on everything I hold dear, this is not a joke or a scam or anything. This is real and we need help.
No, I believe you. I trust you all. I don't want to believe it, but I
Don't worry.
can't help it.
Actually, we've seen a bit too much evidence to the contrary.
Yeah.
Yes, no, I am grateful to you for bringing this to our attention. This is something that needs to be dealt with quick as possible.
Yes.
We're grateful that you're here to see us out.
Yeah, to side with us.
Yeah.
House Baratheon's here.
Is it?
Stag. The stag. I don't know which one's which.
It's
House of Bryn Shander.
it's Spring Shadow. It's antlers on a wheat sheet.
Oh, it is an ear of corn. Or is it wheat? Yeah, it's wheat.
I like how they've all got like a thing, and then
Fish.
the green one's just like green.
What is the green one?
Have some green.
Lonelywood.
Because it's green.
Oh, it's
Because trees.
forests.
Yeah. There you go.
Cool.
There's a lot of
I
fish.
think
The top left one looks like the beginning of one of those things where like you poke the marble and then it goes to like a whole contraption thing.
Oh, yeah.
Thingamie machine.
Yeah.
It's true. Yep.
I know what you mean. I can't remember.
Yeah, it's got a word.
It's named after someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Silly fish.
Perhaps, well, because they make all the money from fish. Perhaps it would be useful if we kind of did a divide and conquer sort of thing, where we go and speak to those who know us and make sure they're on side for the situation.
Perhaps,
Get
yes, that
everyone
might be
down.
a good idea.
Yeah.
It's drawing. People beginning to arrive though, and it's drawing close, so you might not have too much time. And there's something I was hoping to cover with you before we begin. Some
exciting news, positive news. I've done a little bit of soul searching and a little bit of self-exploration, and I have decided to. I am much conversation. I think it's more appropriate that you refer to me as she from henceforth.
Oh, okay.
If that's okay with. Well, either way, really.
Yes.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, it's fine.
Thank you
Absolutely.
so much. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, of course.
I don't know what I was when we met, but I'm they he at the moment.
Oh, thank you for letting me know. I appreciate it. Yes, no, it's something that the two of us have known for a while, but only now it seems appropriate to announce it to the world, so to speak. And the husband says, "Yeah, she's much happier now. I can tell you."
Careful, don't show too much emotion.
Axel, I'm putting it out there now. If you kill Mimsy Huddle,
I kill you.
I revolt.
I bring Fireball into real life.
There's always that one NPC that people like latch on to.
Nimsy's mine, yeah.
I am not actively planning on killing Nimsy.
Anymore.
Crossing out a big section in the
No.
notes.
Don't worry about this. That never happened.
I'm very happy for you. I'm gonna go make pleasant conversation with the mayor of Tourmaline.
Oh, yes, funny news on that. I haven't seen him around, actually.
Shit.
Oh, fucking hell.
Well. And you look over to the gate and you see...
Albert.
you see a decapitated man.
And Baroth standing in front of him.
I don't know what happened.
Rue Goldberg? Is that what it's called?
Rugova machine!
Sorry. I
Oh,
was trying to think of that for ages. It was driving
you
me nuts.
see Neth Maxildanar, Speaker of Targos, Captain Scath in tow.
Of course.
Two big old piles of shit standing in the doorway.
Who is looking over towards a halfling woman of about 40 who's been looking around the room, standing with a few associates. He's ignoring everyone else, just looking straight at her, and says, Well, Gillian Stoutbridge. When I heard that Tourmaline had decided to elect you for their new speaker, I knew instantly that 10 Towns is doomed. What has the world come to? And this halfling
I like her immediately.
Yeah, she's probably on our side already still, so.
brushes off
I mean, this
coat
is
and
very
says,
public.
Yeah, well, I was hoping that you'd somehow become a bit less of a bastard, Maxildanar.
I like her.
They look at each other.
They're
Yeah.
friends.
Fuck! Come here, you! And they pull each other in for an enormous
They got us in the
hug.
first half, didn't they, guys?
They had us in the first half, not gonna lie.
And Neth goes, Alright, you, me, we're getting a drink. We're gonna catch up after this, okay? But let's have a conversation now, come on.
Gotta
Let's
catch up with his head
And they go
first.
into a little side corner to have a brief conversation.
Anyone else want to bet that the old speaker of Tonaich got kicked out for turning?
I'm almost certain that he did. He was
I'd
what was his
rather-
name? He was a Half-Orc called... I've got Ravison in my notes there.
No.
Supposed to have little panic as a
Oris
tree.
Mastu.
Oris!
I really hope that he's
Oh,
not
did you just fucking...
suspiciously dead. I'd rather he'd at least exiled or something. Because I will fucking kill
What was her name, sorry, again?
Maxildanar.
Her name was Gillian Stoutbridge.
Do we recognise that name?
Not really, no.
I couldn't tell if I remembered it or if I'm just making that,
Yeah.
like, willing that
I
into
do
being.
remember.
Tell you what, make a perception check if you want. As you
Blech.
investigating her.
Perception, that is 6.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no clue.
Right, so we've lost Tourmaline.
Okay,
Release their drinks.
No!
I'm kidding.
I
Unless-
was definitely joking when I was thinking of agreeing with you.
3 of us are on. Right, it's 3 against 1 for the moment. So.
I want no partner.
There, well, you can keep it clean.
Right, who wants?
Right.
I'll go talk
I mean, who's
to.
just, we don't know.
Koenig's a family horse.
Yeah, I'll go talk to Koenig,
Yeah.
whose name I absolutely remember.
Trovus.
Trovus. I keep thinking like Trogdor.
I'm
Troubadour.
gonna see if the Bremen speaker is here because I made him Feywild tea and we were sort of palsy for a second. I don't think I can remember his name.
There's too many names.
His name was Dorbulgruff.
Dorbulgruff.
How could you not? Dumbledore.
Dorbulgruff Shalescar. And yeah, so you see, so Drebas stood there mirthfully chatting away
He's
to...
already pissed.
Speaking with Captain Argaleth.
Mm-hmm.
And Dorbulgruff is sat in his Bremen chair, sleeping, snoring loudly. So, shall we do you first?
Sure, yeah.
And then I said, "Oh, this guy, come here!" And pulls you in like a bro hug.
Short, yeah. Hello. Hello.
The things me and this guy have been through. Do you remember when I almost threw a bottle at you?
I remember it vividly, yes.
Fun times. Thank you for calling this meeting not a moment too soon. I think it's high time.
Yes, that's the vibe that we're going for, yes.
Yes.
Did you end up scouting out the stronghold at all?
Yes.
When you were up there?
Yes, we did. Blimey. Impressive craftsmanship for something that was not there a few weeks ago.
We're hoping to at least bring that up. Because, I mean, we've got your word that it wasn't there before.
No, absolutely.
If this is
And
the
it
kind of
there
thing
now.
that they can do very quickly in a short space of time, then we might be in a bit more trouble than we thought. Which was already pretty bad.
We thought this. We scoured the place, and we could find nothing, like no concrete proof, if that makes sense. No documents or ledgers, but the building itself is a pretty big sign.
We cleaned it out pretty thoroughly while we were there, including getting rid of the Duergar. We do have a letter from one of the Duergar that was there, but that's pretty much all we've got ourselves.
It was from the King to Nildar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, it was
It's
from
from Nildar too.
Nildar's brother, who was in Easthaven,
Yeah.
ready
Yes.
to conduct a heist. Caca.
I mean, I've got the letter on me, so I can still show the speakers
Yeah,
and
yeah.
not handing it to Max Ildenar because it'll get
Yeah.
accidentally ripped up. He'll hold it over a candle because he can't read it. Oh no!
Stop predicting things.
I'm gonna stab him. That's what I'm predicting.
Well,
Yes.
I've reached the point of the conversation where I've run out of things to talk to you about.
Yes. I'm glad we
I
think.
wish that was a socially acceptable thing.
I'm glad we think the same way.
Wonderful.
Yes. Good luck. This might get a bit messy.
The NPC dialogue tree ran out.
Everything's greyed out, and I just says the same
Have you
thing.
heard of Icewind Dale?
What are your thoughts on Max Ildenar?
More like Max. No, I don't know.
Max Dildonar. Hate that.
I experience they bring a heck of a lot more pleasure than that guy.
Okay, I approve again. Right.
Is that appropriate to say in the council speakers? Not really, no.
They can't.
All right.
They can't hear us. It'll stay between us. Yes, we pretty much guarantee Max Ildenar's been up to something.
Oh, I think so.
I mean, the speaker of Tourmaline has mysteriously disappeared and, well, been replaced, as it were.
It's ousted, apparently. Vote of no confidence. Hoarding enormous amounts of wealth from the mine, apparently. That's what they say.
Shit, that's technically true, because they were taking bribes from Max Ildenar, not to... I don't know why I'm telling you this.
I'm not here.
I'm talking in my head to
I'm
myself.
going to find the old man who's asleep
Yes.
in his armchair.
That's funny, that. Very, very strange.
Yes.
Very strange. Well, they seem to be getting on. Thick as thieves, those two, and points over to Neth and Gillian.
Oh, great.
Scath is here as well, isn't he?
Scath is here. On that, Drebas says, that's very strange that he brought his captain. And surely they need to keep the peace back home.
You'd think, wouldn't you?
Sorry, that.
No idea what he's up to, but he's up to something. Well, here, we know what he's been up to outside, I guess.
Well, hey, look at us. We thought we were done.
We've managed to find something else to talk about. And
A sign of true friendship.
I'm going to go back now.
So another thing.
My NPC conversations run out.
And Oster, you go up to Dorbulgruff.
Dumbledore.
So,
Oh well, I've been goddamn.
hello again.
baby, it's the man with the fancy tea.
The teeth?
Tea.
Oh,
I got some pretty fancy teeth. Do you want to see them?
oh, I mean, not right now. I mean, oh, that's amazing. Maybe put them back.
Pop them back.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the man with the fancy tea, which you can absolutely have another cup of, maybe when we're concluded with all this business. I want to check and see how you are, see how Bremen's doing now the lake monster problem has been resolved.
Oh, yeah, the lake monster did just up and disappear, didn't it? That was very nice. That was very lovely. Well, it's going good. Better fishing, getting colder, getting much colder, and I am weary in my bones, let me tell you. It was a long journey here.
I'm sure it was. I've made the journey from Bremen to Easthaven myself, and it is tiring. I wanted to ask your opinion on the business we're bringing today.
With the business about the
Duergar.
Yeah, the little dwarvens. Yeah, I'm a little fuzzy on the details.
I mean, if you'd like, I can run you through the details real fast before we start, sir.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
I give him the lowdown.
I give him the details.
I explain to him the situation.
That sounds pretty serious.
Yeah, we wouldn't be wasting your time with anything less than pretty darn serious.
Well, dear. Yeah, that sounds bad.
I think I don't mean to dispirit you. I simply want to make sure you understand the gravity of today, and I want to make sure you understand that no matter what Neith Maxeldonar has to say, this is still true.
Well, Maxeldonar, why? He's a fine fellow, fine neighbor. What do you mean?
He ain't a fan of our little bunch of heroes. And we may have got off on the wrong foot with his captain.
Maybe, they're both fine gentlemen, I say. Like, you can, I recommend you go up and have a chat with them, because they're really nice when you get to know them. That's what I found, personally.
You think I should clear the air?
I think so. Whatever happened between you, they did something, you said something, I don't know. I'm sure it can be cleared out.
They wanted us to lie, sir, about something very important and very distressing. So I don't know if I can clear the air in the time before the meeting starts, but I appreciate your opinion. If perhaps then you could simply leave preconceived notions at the door.
You just leave.
Just leave.
Preconceived notions at the door. I'll try. See what's going to be said here, and we'll see.
Thank you very much for your time today, sir.
Right. I'm happy to help 10 tons wherever I can. Wherever I can.
Absolutely. All of you hearing your man as Oster walks away. Bremen might be on Maxeldonar's side.
Yeah, fuck.
I don't want to kill an old man as well.
Barrel, shut the fuck up.
It's like, yes, funny joke.
Please, one more time, his silly name.
Bumbleflaw.
Dorbulgruf. Or just Shale Scar if you want his just the last name.
You're already halfway through writing
Yeah.
it.
Adorable. Is the captain of Brinshanda here?
No, the captain of Brinshanda.
Cool. Can I try and track down the speaker of Brinshanda then?
Yes, in fact, she just arrived.
Cool. And remind me of the name of the captain.
Captain Southwell.
Southwell.
So,
I don't know why that's the one stuck in
you
my head.
see
It's a
a
long
number
name.
of gods, Brinshanda gods, which makes they are more, they're better equipped than most militia you've seen here in 10 towns.
No,
And-
that's not hard.
No, that's not.
It's the biggest town, isn't it?
And they are surrounding a number of various delegates, pencil pushers and officials, all standing around a quite young woman, looks to be in her early 30s.
Ooh. She's sharp.
She's sure.
Who, just you can pretty easily tell she's the speaker of Brinshanda. And she begins to come settle in.
Hello.
Hi.
I presume you're the speaker of Brinshanda?
Yes, that's me.
Apologies. What's your name?
Duvessa, you can call me.
Duvessa.
Duvessa.
Good to meet you. My name is Twana. We've had some good dealings with the captain of your guard.
You have some good dealings with all of 10 towns, I've heard. Your reputation precedes you.
We're doing our best. Certainly doing our best. I just was wondering, well, first of all, we haven't had the pleasure of meeting yet, and I thought I would come over and introduce myself and also just see what you thought of the current situation. It's a shame that we had to be meeting under these circumstances.
Well, of course, the allegations are grim, and if they are true, requires prompt and severe action. That's why I need to make sure that they are true, and that no hasty action is taken hastily.
I very much agree.
That wasn't too eloquent.
That's not what we're squinting at.
It's a difficult situation. We need to make sure that the right action is taken for the right reasons.
Yes, I hope you understand. So I'm Speaker of Brinshanta, yes, but I'm also the head of the Council of Speakers.
I see.
Means I have a responsibility to be as impartial as I can. I shall listen to the facts and decide based on them. There's a lot of backdoor politics occurring here, a lot of handshakes behind the scenes, and
I would be lying if I said that I hadn't noticed.
I refuse to participate in any of it.
Let's pretend that we weren't just doing that because Max said that I was doing it.
We were just catching up with old friends.
Nothing suspicious at all. Well, it's very good to know that someone around here has a good head on her shoulders, and I very much hope that the evidence that we can bring is satisfactory to you. We very much believe in this, and
That's refreshing to hear. Thank you.
Trust that you can do the right thing.
It's the only thing I ever strive to do.
Damn it, she wants facts. We don't have.
This is the thing. I like her, but it's going to be hard to convince.
Yeah,
her.
we don't have many of those.
She's lawful neutral. And you needed a lawful neutral person in a room like this, but I was kind of hoping
It would be one of the ones on our side.
everyone else had already met us.
Yeah.
Just anything else?
Just out of curiosity, what did Southwell tell you of some of the situations that we've encountered?
What Southwell told me about a serial killer you stopped?
Yes. Did he tell you? Did they? Did he tell you about the situation regarding Targos's attempt with that serial killer?
I don't consider that appropriate to discuss
Yep,
with
that's fair.
people outside of the council. Me and Maxildanar have correspondence. The situation in Targos is one that I am observing very closely. Make an insight check if you want.
Yes, please.
Just be like,
Behind the way.
what the fuck did you just say to me?
No.
No?
No.
-1.
No!
You've got no idea.
Yeah, I
She's-
fucking
you
know.
cannot read her intention
Thomas
at all.
going,
I don't know shit.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Um,
God. You talking to anyone?
Lucius, are you rubbing shoulders? If you only
was
have time
it
to talk to
Dan-
one person before the proceedings start, I'm going to say. So.
Yeah, was it Danaith who was Caer Dineval's?
No.
Daneth
No.
is Easthaven's speaker.
Okay, who was Caer Dineval's?
Crannoch Sither, the kind of old curmudgeon who's
He was locked in his room.
yes, and he's here now. He's not wearing his bathrobe anymore.
I thought you were going to say, he's not wearing his clothes.
Finally, the way I was meant to.
It's chilly out there, isn't it?
Finally, the cult is gone. I can be free.
Oh, amazing!
Meeting decent.
Stop it. This is so serious, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, that's a.
Doyle.
God, I fucking closed the bloody.
There's a Doyle for
A wolf attack!
X.
I know, I clicked X instead of...
We save all of them from wolves, and then
And
they're
none
like,
of us.
Yay!
Unanimous.
Except
yes.
Maxilda, who we throw at the wolf.
We
And
don't
Scaff, who we throw at the wolf. Hey,
Oh, well.
familiar face.
It's the fish who saved my life.
That's the best thing anyone's ever said to me. How are you keeping?
Yeah, good. It was really nice of you stepping by the other day to spend a night. Welcome in the castle anytime you want.
Oh,
we
thank
did
you.
do that.
Thank you.
I
That's...
we montage through.
Yeah, so you've I imagine things are a lot better now that you're able to actually do your job.
Can breathe again.
Yeah, I bet that's great.
Oh my god. Oh, some of the most hellish days of my life, and I am so excited for everything to go back to fucking normal.
I bet.
Have you seen that? Can you believe that? Points over to a woman who has come on her own, not with another delegate.
Oh.
What do you know that is?
Do I?
Oh, you've never seen that?
No, I've not got a clue, I'm afraid.
Dermoot, Speaker of Dugan's Hole. He never comes to these things. You see a human who is quite short, very thin black hair, only like a growing bald patch of these oily streaks of black hair. She's got small beady eyes, kind of pointed, strange pointed ears, and she looks around. Slightly sharp teeth.
Well, bat. I meant to say
Doesn't look too
vampire.
happy to be here, or am I making an assumption?
Well, she's from Dugan's Hole, so I assume she's a miserable kid like everyone
Yeah,
else.
anywhere outside of Dugan's Hole's shit to anyone from Dugan's Hole, I imagine.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Well,
Can't
it's good
believe
that
she
she's
made
here, I suppose.
it. Yeah, no, I guess so, yeah.
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 Just, again, it's unfortunate that we can't be meeting under better circumstances. I take it you know why we're all here.
Yeah, you said there's a dragon coming, dwarves are also involved, I heard.
To put lightly, yeah, it's a construct specifically that they're making out of cursed materials to eradicate 10 towns.
Right.
I know that sounds steep, but we wouldn't you know us. We're not just gonna. We don't do things by halves. We don't do things based on, we wouldn't have brought this up if we didn't think that there's significant cause to be upset.
I mean, if I'm being honest, are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
The big dragon's gonna come swooping down on 10 towns.
When we say dragon, it's a dragon made out of, think more machine, I suppose.
Oh.
Yeah, we're
It's
talking
like a robot dragon, a constructed metal.
think weapon of mass destruction.
Right. Look, I am struggling with this.
I
I'm
understand.
gonna be honest.
I
This is weird.
was too. I was really struggling actually. But after everything we've seen, I mean, I don't know what to say. We have things that we can present. I hope that you'll ask us for, what we have as proof. I hope you'll hear us out, considering, I hope that you find us trustworthy. And
No, I mean, you know how to kick a cult in the butt. I'll tell you that. All right. Well,
I'm hoping we'll kick another cult in the butt. Let's put it that way.
I'll hear you out, of course.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, I'm here to listen.
That's all that I can ask, really. Just appreciate that we're also finding this hard to believe, but we kind of have to.
Well, in the end, we're here for the same reason, right? We're here for this. We want the same thing. We want what's best for 10 towns.
Absolutely. Well, it's good to see you well.
Yeah, good to see you too.
Absolutely.
The Council of Speakers will now come to order. Says. That's a shame.
I've already started planning to fight a dragon on his own.
Just in a very quick time, it's quickly going to Oster, and I've already forgotten the name of Dugan Hole's speaker.
Dermot.
and is just going to go Stephen speakers and
Stage
relay. Relaying that it's Stephen Hall's.
Yeah, for sure.
Right, yeah.
And sort of gently side-eyeing, and then is going to sit down.
And Daneth comes up to you all as well and says, so, at the beginning of the council, everyone's sitting down and there's like high anticipation in the room. At the beginning of the council, it's kind of customary for the case to be stated and the request to be made. I'm happy to do it, but since you have had first-hand experience, I don't suppose you guys would mind delivering the news and laying out the case essentially.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're the best public speaker of the lot of us, but we can all pitch in.
Yeah. Okay.
DM, is this a kind of situation where you want us to all say the things, or can we summarize, or?
Up to you.
Okay.
Daneth does say, this is just to present the facts, just for the court. Where there will be a discussion after that.
Okay.
So, yeah, don't dally too much. Just present the facts as they are.
Basics.
Sure.
I can,
So we've uncovered evidence that Duergar are planning a large-scale attack.
in our visits across 10 towns, we have multiple times encountered Duergar seeking Shardolin, stealing Shardolin from us.
Just in general.
Just in stealing Shardolin.
It's alright.
We all seated?
We want the town to be on high alert.
We want them protected.
We will protect it.
The 625th Council of Speakers is called to order, says Dufessa. We have representatives here from every one of the 10 towns, exception of Goodmead, whose speaker has not yet been elected. Now, I understand we are here on some dire circumstances. It's the first time we've actually been able to assemble all of you in one room for a long, long time. A serious threat looms over 10 towns, and the people who discovered this threat are here to present the case. Hand it over to you.
I can do it, if you want.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. I clap him on the shoulder and I cast guidance. You've got this.
Thank you all for coming here today. We're just very briefly going to go over what and where we found this evidence and the reasoning behind the attack that we believe. We've come across various pockets of Duergar in our travels across 10 towns where we've been trying to help out where we can. When we were in Caer Konig, we were what's the word?
For listening orders, just want you to know you've got this.
Thanks. We were investigating. It's on the sheet. I should know that one. We were investigating some robberies that led us to a giant stronghold,
That's true.
which, according to Speaker Trovis, was not there
That's
a few weeks beforehand.
Speaker, I must ask, says Dufessa. Apologies.
It's fine. Whilst there, we managed to rout the dwarves that were there, one of them being a prince of...
Nildar.
Prince...
Nildar.
Yes. I don't know if any of the speakers here can speak or read Dwarvish.
I know a couple of words. I must ask you all to be quiet until the case has been made.
That was my fault. I did pose a question. We do have the letter, which was the only evidence we found in there, between Nildar and a representative in Easthaven telling them of the heist of the giant Shardolin maidenhead that was here, which has since been stolen.
Daneth nods.
We have been told by Duergar that we had in captivity at a certain point, but had to flee, that they are planning an attack on 10 towns in a massive scale because they want to live on the surface. They've been stealing Shardolin wherever they can find it in order, in their words, to create a giant Shardolin dragon. We also had word from a soothsayer.
Careful
Hmm?
with the cult that we ran routed from Canavan, who I know from many decades ago and can vouch for her oracular capabilities.
Who, in not so many words, told us this before we found any evidence of it, that death is coming to 10 towns on Shadowland wings. Dragon's wings. We also know the name of the Duergar. It's Zadrock Sunblight. And we also know the rough location of their stronghold in the mountains. We would only ask that you prepare for even this possibility that they are coming. Did I miss anything?
No,
No,
that's good.
I think that
Solid.
covers,
No, I think
that
so.
covers all of it.
Tonaich has a mark on a map where Nildar, Prince to Zadrock Sunblight, indicated the fortress was in the span of the world, if that is evidence that we can submit.
We have not yet had a chance to investigate, but we do very much intend to.
Dubessa says, can you present the evidence, the map and the letter as well, please?
Question about the letter, does it have a seal on it?
No.
It's signed, but that was about it.
Yeah. Thank you for making your case.
I get off the box, I was standing.
Well done.
Yeah, good job.
Well done, Barrett.
That might be wrong.
And
Last time.
now, let's open a discussion. I can begin by saying that I believe the appropriate action, should the council vote aye on this, that preparation would look as follows. And Dubessa produces a little list. That all members of the current standing 10 Towns militia is trained in archery to combat a flying threat. That money is invested into the construction and or procurement of siege weapons that can be fired at airborne threats. That more members of the 10 Towns population are trained up in combat, and that special strongholds are prepared to shelter those who are not able to fight. Examples that come to mind, for example, if we could house some people in perhaps the mines of Tourmaline, or in your castle, Speaker Cranach. At that, Speaker Stoutbridge from Tourmaline goes, "Okay, all right, I'm done listening. It's time to start talking. This is where I gotta object. So first of all, you're saying that you want to bring swaths of all these people running from all over 10 Towns. I mean, what are we talking? 3,000 people? More than that? Crowding up in our little mines. Dangerous places, and who knows what they could steal from the mine. Those mines are rich with gemstones. Come on, am I an idiot? Am I the only one who sees what a bad idea this is?
We both go.
Yes, you're an idiot. No.
May I speak?
Of course.
I could be living happy in a cabin in the woods, collecting herbs and healing folks and mending things for coin, and instead I am standing here shaking in my boots in front of a group of strangers trying to convince you that this danger is real, because this danger is very real. So yes, I do suggest that you allow some people into your mines, having been into those mines, to clear it of not just kobolds but also an underdark threat. I know that there are rooms in there that would be appropriate and safe for individuals to shelter in. I'm not suggesting you take them to the mine shaft. I'm suggesting you put them in the processing rooms. I'm also not suggesting that we put every single person in 10 Towns in your tiny mine.
You know, apparently they're going in my castle, says Speaker Siva.
We can also perhaps dig some other kind of underground shelter beneath a city.
There is also a pretty sizable empty stronghold just outside of Caer Konig. a well-fortified one as well.
The old.
The Duergar know what they're doing,
This is true.
unfortunately.
There is a stronghold, might I add, appeared out of nowhere, built clearly by dwarven hands. And I do not think this was from our friends in the valley. I've in fact spoken to some of them, had correspondence. They did not create this thing. This is Duergar made. They are about.
That's another point. Would the dwarves be willing to shelter anyone? Because they've got a pretty extensive cave system.
They know more about it than me. We don't talk to them. We're not the most social people down
Sure,
there.
but that
But
is.
it's a possibility.
It is a very large valley. I mean, there's at least one house that's empty.
All right, says Stoutbridge. All right.
Everything, no furniture, no everything. No, he's not doing that.
All right. So now we're talking about guiding a huge march of people. Again, we're talking at least hundreds, if not thousands, of people across the tundra to the Dwarven Valley. I mean, you've seen what's out there, right? Giants and owlbears and God knows what.
Dragons.
It
Oh
would be
my.
better than dying under a dragon's fire.
All for a threat that we don't even know is real.
Why would we lie to you? Why would we bring you an imaginary threat? What is the possible thing that we could gain by making an imaginary threat? Being embarrassed a month from now? Looking like fools? Being driven out of 10 towns a month from now when it doesn't happen? What could we have to gain other than trying to protect people we've come to care for?
Another 600 gold pieces? Says Maxildanov.
I'm sorry, sir. Do you know what we received that 600 gold pieces for?
Yeah. I think I know, yeah. Magical cauldron. Free food. For all of Easthaven. For all of Easthaven! Meanwhile, all of you, in your fine towns, with your hungry, struggling people, are starving. And these guys, they received a way to get free food for everyone. Instead of giving it to everyone, they picked their favorite town.
How would we give it to everyone?
And are you so generously giving away oil to everyone who can't light their fires of an evening?
Oh, sure.
Alright. Okay, that is beside the point.
Is it? Then the cauldron, sir, is beside the point.
Okay, classic whataboutism. My point. My point.
Is he's triggered a bit like...
Oh, we're getting into this now. Let's get ready this now.
My point is that we know these guys have an agenda.
To protect the people of 10 towns from a Shardland dragon
Nope.
controlled by Duergar who want everyone dead so they can claim the land for themselves. Because the darkness of Oral benefits them.
To protect the people that you have elected to protect.
The
Speaker
people of 10
Dermoot.
towns.
Speaker Dermoot. How's Dugan's Hole doing? Dugan's Hole has never been worse. We've been beset by winter wolves for the past fortnight. It's a miracle that I made it here alive. I decided to brave the cold, and luckily I was spared 2 little kids we sent to this town to put up a notice did not return.
Seven, her brother.
See, you're familiar.
We know the names.
You know the names, but you didn't see it fit to help us. But meanwhile, you'll go up to the drunkards' town and solve their little thieving problems. Aye.
With all respect, there are 4 of us. We are a bunch of idiots who befriended each other and saw fit to do what we could for this place. Somewhere that is not home to some of us. If you want us to come to Dugan's Hole, we will come to Dugan's Hole and we will deal with the fucking wolves.
We
but
also plan
Don't
on
bother
doing
shedding
exactly
foot.
that.
Alright.
Or we might do it anyway.
we're not. I don't.
We're not politicians, I
No,
think is
nor are
the
we
important thing.
ambassadors.
Like we are citizens of 10 towns. We are ordinary working people who've been thrown into a lot of crazy situations that frankly, I mean, sorry to do this, but to point out an example, and Lucius is just going to point to the gash that used to be, is like, I'm assuming kind of healing on Barroth's neck and being like,
I mean, they took a fucking chunk out of me, so...
Yeah.
Baroth has nearly died for the sake of this cause on our travels. like, is this wound part of an agenda? I don't see how we could make this up. We have been through so much to go through the towns that we can, but again, we are 4 people, we are not politicians. We are people that are just seeing people that need help, and if it comes by and it all ended up being a hoax, then we are known as the 4 people that set up a grand hoax about a dragon.
And got nothing in return.
And then
we'll
what-
certainly get driven out of 10 towns for being idiots.
Or killed.
And then our reputation, whatever reputation we have built up to this point, nothing. I do not perform ever again.
Here,
Oster does not heal. Thank you.
says Nimsy, who stands up, and she says,
Fucking Nimsy, bro!
These fine folks are, in the nicest possible ways, nobody. They were not elected or chosen.
No, very true.
I love it.
Very true.
They came to Lonely Wood
If I got somebody
to
to
give us back our way of living, and we had to convince them to let us pay them.
That's true.
Yeah, we forgot about that. Shut up.
They were willing to do this for free. These are kind people, and if they haven't helped any of you yet, or haven't helped some of you yet, it's because they haven't had time or the means or resources to get to you yet. Look, I don't want this to be real either. But I think we need to entertain the notion that it might be real. We need to be prepared, or otherwise, if it is real, the consequences could be dire. Crannock now says. Which one's Crannock is
Can we
speaker.
get like a name speaker of
Maybe we
place?
I should have prepared that, yeah.
Yeah, Crannock, speaker of Canavan,
That's
who
right.
we
Right.
liberated from the cultists.
Alright, look,
Who's really good?
I agree. They're fine folks. And you are. And I am so grateful for what you've done. For my town, for all of the towns. But look, just realistically, can you not see that there is a great cost to doing all this preparing?
Yes.
All the labor and money that we might dump into nothing, all the the danger of shepherding people to other towns, traveling. I mean, we barely travel between the towns these days because of how dangerous it is. It is not safe, and I don't think it's worth it. I'm gonna say.
We are not asking you to travel to safe places immediately. We are asking you to prepare those places so that in the event of attack, you can get there. That doesn't mean that you don't have to go there like immediately. This isn't something that's happening now, but it needs to be prepared.
Because if it doesn't happen, you've trained soldiers, prepared places where you could hide. In possible case with the Rime gets worse, Oral gets more powerful, things other than this go wrong. Your benefits would not only suit invasion against Duergar, they would also be useful. Oh no, you've trained your militia, and now these hardy men can escort people between cities. Oh no, you've prepared some places where people can live when the cold is worse, and there is no shelter against the weather.
I'd also like to add, very quickly, why have the main 3 towns, sorry, the largest 3 towns, been sacrificing people to the cold? You've been doing it on faith that it's going to make a difference. You have no evidence that it works.
But actually preparing your people for a threat, a credible threat, you don't expect to gain you anything. When what it could gain you is competent soldiers and safe havens.
And a chance.
A chance.
We're just asking you to put faith in something other than a god who's trying to kill everyone in 10 towns already. Maybe put your faith in some people who have risked their lives just trying to make it a little bit better.
And like we said, if we're wrong about the dragon, maybe this will help against the cold.
If we're wrong about the dragon, I will happily walk back across the spine of the world.
Fucking execute me, I don't care.
Yeah.
You see Doyle has been quiet until this point, shake his head and go, well, when you put it like that, oh gosh darn, the end of 10 towns, that puts the shiver in my bones worse than the cold does. I'll that.
Could love the way it does.
And Max Sildenau says, there, this is the problem. All right, you prepare. We spend some money on raising the quality of the militia. We don't take people to safe places yet, but we prepare them to. What are we preparing them for? What are we doing to them? We are sowing fear. We are making people.
Speaking of sowing fear,
Because
We
you...
are.
No.
No, you let me finish. All right.
Oh, by all means, and then I will have my turn to speak.
Well, thank you very much. Very much. Now, do we really, everyone, honestly, do we want things to get worse? Do we really want our people, the people that we have been elected to help and serve, to be even more scared to go out of their houses? Even more scared that they're not going to be able to live another day? No. No, do you want to be the speaker that tells your people that it's time to prepare for doom? I don't think so. I don't think any of you around this table want to be that person. So why should you have to be?
You could be afraid of a serial killer.
You have been using precisely that tactic against not just your own people, but the people of the other major cities. He's dead. Sefik Caltro died. Captain Southwell saw the evidence. Other captains saw the evidence. Speaker Crannock saw the evidence. Sefik Caltro is dead.
And you
And
wanted
you
us
have
to
been
kill him and
using
keep it quiet.
his name and the concept of him to keep people afraid. And I cannot fathom why someone would do such a thing. And I did not want to bring out what you accuse of being whataboutism at this meeting. But you are spouting
Hypocrite.
hypocrisies.
you are in a glass house throwing stones.
We've never said that Sefik Caltro was alive, says Captain Scatha.
You are claiming that a serial killer was going round killing your people. The serial killer that you asked us to kill and kill quietly for that specific reason.
Oh, Speaker, will you believe these baseless allegations?
Nimsy,
Ignore the allegations, but then ignore theirs as well, because they've got just about as much standing.
We are speakers of 10 towns, and these fools only started making names for themselves a couple of days ago. 2 weeks at most.
Speaking Nimsy, can you confirm that Captain Scath was in Lonely Wood the day after we arrived?
Yes, I saw them.
Yep.
I saw them.
Did you see them enter the pub? Or did anyone you know?
She was there drinking
I-
because everyone
yes.
was celebrating.
Yes, of
this
course.
is out of character, but
Yeah,
she
no,
was there.
Reminding
Yes, of
we don't
course.
fucking know.
They had a conversation with you. I couldn't hear it. but
Yeah,
I-
that
yes.
conversation was tempting us, while 3 out of 4 of us were inebriated, to sign a contract in which we would
Very
kill
good.
Sefik Caltro, but for the sake of maintaining the
Status quo.
the fear over 10 towns to continue allowing the rich to buy their names out of the lottery ball.
No. I'm just not looking at the DM because I don't want to see Max Hildenau's faces.
There's many faces.
That contract was brought to us at Lonelywood at a time where we were, first of all, exhausted after a fight, and second of all, very vulnerable in our mental state due to, again,
Quite inebriated.
being pretty inebriated.
And we refused.
We refused, and also they tore the contract up, but the attempt was very much made.
Also, you say we've only made a name for ourselves in the last 2 weeks. I think 8 out of 10 towns in 2 weeks is pretty good.
7.
Goodmead, Dugan's Hall.
You technically haven't done the
We haven't
Brishanda
done.
quest yet.
Oh yeah,
Well,
7
if
out
you
of
wanna.
yeah, 7. I would know that.
To Bridgehender's head.
I more meant that we have a bad name with Max Hildenar and Scaff, and good to neutral ones and everywhere else. But yeah.
Yeah, that just like, and again, the Danith, Easthaven.
Yes.
Danith.
Yes.
We had this very conversation yesterday. We were considering going to Goodmead and Dugan's Hall, and you advised us to stay here just so that we didn't miss this meeting.
Yeah, not for any disrespect to your beautiful, beautiful town, Speaker Durban.
That was not my intention.
Don't dig us
But-
a Dugan's
but-
hole.
Yes, this is true. They have no ill meaning towards any of the 10 towns. They want to help. They want to help. That's the truth.
Didn't say that.
If I
We
may.
can help Targos and not help
Yeah,
Axel.
true.
Yeah. If I may, just to kind of, I don't know if it will help people see how we're seeing this, but does anyone here have like children or someone vulnerable in their life that they look after? Just a quick raise of hands, if I may.
Maxildan. Oh, Jilly. Stoutbridge speaks up. So a few of them, do raise their hands. You see Nimsy very quickly. His hand. Daneth also raised his hand. And a few others in the room. Stoutbridge, Tourmaline's new speaker, speaks up and says, "Are you about to tell us to please think of the children?"
No. That would be really cliche.
That'd be really cliche. Give me 1 minute.
I'm telling you to think of someone in your life who, and I imagine there is someone in your life that is dear to you, vulnerable.
What's the
Picture
point?
them if you will.
Alright, fine.
They can.
Picturing them.
A letter, imagine if you will, a letter has come through and threatened violence upon them. Reasonable violence. They're dead within a few days. Would you not do everything you could to stop that from happening, even though it's a letter? Would you not panic? And would you not want to just put everything you could into reinforcing what you have and keeping them safe, even if it's just the slightest... It might never happen. It might just be a threat. But would you not take those measures? And would you not do them immediately?
And it's so much more. Because it ain't just a few people.
It's everyone.
Also, if I might raise the point, specifically regarding the Duergar, this is a perfect opportunity for them. The thing that's always kept them below is the sunlight. That's gone. There's no fucking sunlight anymore. Even if the Shardland Dragon is fake, it doesn't work, even if that's all rubbish. This is a good opportunity for them. There's a fair chance that they may still try to attack even if they haven't got a fucking dragon. And there's a lot of them down there.
Everyone looks around each other and a natural silence falls over the room. Speaker Duvessa says, "Very well, I think we have heard all angles of this. We shall break for 5 minutes. Then, when we reconvene, there shall be a vote. We are dismissed. And pretty much immediately,
Don't forget to read the letter.
pretty much immediately, Maxildanar stands up and gestures over and makes his way over to Dolbolgruf and says,
No.
"Sorry, old friend, can we have a word? Come here. Come here, friend." And Stoutbridge does the same to Crannock Siver and goes up and goes, we haven't really been properly introduced. Come on, let's have a little
I'm
let's have a
following
little chat.
Balgrove.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm
Gotta go quick.
I'm
not interfering. I think if we interfere
This
with
is the possibility of death threats.
I'm gonna go to the leader of Brunshanda, the speaker of Brunshanda, and just point that out.
Okay. Sounds good.
Me!
They're talking!
No, I'm going specifically to hear if they threaten this man's life.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go.
Might kill them on
going-
the spot, but probably won't.
I'm gonna go with the other group.
You're going with the other
Are
group.
they going into separate?
They are going separate rooms. Yeah, they are going out, and a few people are like stepping out to have a smoke, for example, and other things. So just what's happening? What's happening? This is the situation. Dolbolgruf of Bremen have left the room with Maxildanar of Targos.
Yeah.
Scaff gone as well.
Scaff is still around.
Okay, good.
Again, Stoutbridge and Siver, Crannock Siver, so Kedinaval and Tourmaline have also left into their own little room.
I'm going to that room.
I know, but give me a second. You also see Scaff, who is now who's being approached by Duvessa Shane, and they look to be having quite a heated argument. Like she looks like.
I'm not into interfering, but
that's
You just
kind
wanna
of
hear Scaff getting
the
scolded.
notable conversations that are happening all around you.
I Are Scath and Devessa still in this room?
Yes.
Oh, then I'm gonna take a seat about 15 feet away, and I'm just gonna put my ears up, and I'm gonna listen.
Okay.
Lucius is just waiting by the evidence in case anyone wants something being talked over to him. To basically to recap and sort of offer like a less heated kind of just kind of going over.
Just that it's playing.
Who wants to hear Wonderwall?
No, because then they'll vote against.
Then they'll kill me.
Yeah.
No, yeah, just Lucy's just waiting, just in case anyone needs a hand.
Yeah, probably.
Your guidance has expired, my good man.
How long does it last?
About like a minute.
sounds
Like,
about-
Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
that. It's gone.
it's Bardic Inspiration.
Thought it was 10.
That's where I got mixed.
I'll say quickly, yeah, a few people do come up and have a little peek. Nimsy looks over, even though she doesn't need convincing, but she does very, like, carefully, like, ooh, look at that, yeah. That's definitely dwarvish. Yeah.
She's a gnome, right?
I think she's a half.
She's a
Halfling,
halfling.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so's her hubby.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, cool. Because the child was about this big.
Tiny child.
Just a little Lego baby.
Teeny child.
I'm not moving towards Scath and Devessa so much that I'm just finding a place to lean against the wall and listen. Yeah.
Fair enough.
My quality observation skill.
Okay. Make a perception check.
May I guide myself? Just spinning my little.
Yeah, of course
my
you may.
little bow.
You may.
God, which one
They are
was-
speaking very hushed right now, so.
Let's not use a spell.
Numbers.
Good numbers. Wait, what do I have? 27.
27.
I was like, is that a 9? But it was a 19.
That's definitely numbers.
Even though they are whispering to each other, you hear their conversation crystal clear.
Fucking hope so.
Duvessa says, "So, Captain, first of all, I'm surprised to see you here. I thought you'd be back with your own militia. I'll let my lieutenant take care of it." What city watch has a lieutenant? Okay, doesn't matter. So, are you spreading lies that the serial killer that was tormenting Targos is still about? Nope. Nope, and I mean that seriously. We are not claiming that the cold-hearted killer is still alive. We just haven't confirmed his death yet, and we see no direct reason why we should. I think I can piece together a reason. Is it true, the rumors I've heard, that the draw is no longer mandatory? That you can instead pay to get out of it publicly? No, that's not it. It's the other way around. You pay to be a part of it. What? That doesn't make any sense.
Oh no! It took me a minute. I was like, sorry. I was like, why would anyone pay for? They don't have a choice.
Oh, motherfucker.
I want to kill him very badly.
It's their choice. That's all it is. Oh, I don't like him. Every time I speak to you, Scath, I'm reminded of what I hate about humanity. And she
Mic drop.
claps his shoulder and turns around.
Isn't Scaff a teeth?
Scath is a teeth.
Yeah, that's racist as
Technically.
fuck.
Yeah, that's
We
what
got
we hear.
we got the gist of the mic drop.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
So sorry. People have to pay to be in the locker room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, well, yeah, that's what you heard. You
Yeah.
get the details if you want.
Oh, I think
I'm
we
not
could
gonna.
infer them.
Yeah.
So we're
when we
we're
leave,
gonna raid Targos.
we're gonna assassinate Scar.
And
Start with Scar.
It'd be great.
Holy
Yeah.
moly macaroni.
That was a
Love the way you said that. That was great.
That's how I feel.
My soul.
Are you all doing anything else in the meanwhile?
It was
Yeah,
fine.
we're
You are going after them.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
We're not letting them go alone.
Yeah.
Okay, are
I'm
you...
not, no, I'm not being stealthy. I'm very much letting them know that I am there.
Oh,
Okay.
Tonaich's like got a glare on.
So, who went after whom?
I went after Maxildanar and Dumbledore. Bumblefuck.
And I went after Tourmaline and whoever the other one was.
Dinnerbell. Yeah. Okay.
Dumbledore.
So, we'll do you first. So, are you sneaking or are you walking in?
They're in a separate room.
Yes, they went into the little side chamber.
Is there a way that I can conceivably hear through the door?
Maybe.
Do I still have to be stealthy if I'm by the door? Rather than going in? Alright.
Probably, yes.
I mean,
Yes.
that's be stealth into the room.
Roll not to sneeze.
Fuck it. Yeah, I guess I'll... No, I'm not being stealthy.
No?
No, fuck it, yes I am.
Okay, I'll give you advantage because you're not in the room.
Okay.
So flat.
So flat roll, yeah.
Well, are we wearing our armor today? We thought something bad might happen. To
Yeah,
us.
We
yeah,
thought there's a
Something bad.
possibility of the entire place
Yeah,
being attacked
there
by
is a
it.
chance.
Yeah.
Cool, not bad. Oh, it's just... Yeah, I don't have the... 15.
Okay. And make a perception check.
Better.
Nice.
22.
Nice.
Okay.
I hear that they heard me.
You hear like Sylvanar's voice saying, "Now look, my friend, just be reasonable here. Think about what this means. This isn't just, oh, let's be careful. It's so much more than that. It's money, it's fear, You hear footsteps approaching, then you hear the door open. And Maxildanar stood there. Is there something you wanted?
Are you trying to alter the vote, Maxildanar?
I'm having a conversation with my fellow speaker.
Sounds a little bit like bribery to me. What were you going to promise?
Oil?
Bribery.
I'm not
Bribery. My friend, have I offered you anything? Has a single coin left my pouch? And the dwarf goes,
You look terrified. Does he actually look terrified, or is it?
Yeah, he does, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's...
You say he's a dwarf?
He's a dwarf, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to say in Dwarvish. Tell me if you think you're in danger here, and I'll stay.
Thank you, that's mighty kind of you. No, I'm fine. He's not offered me anything.
Right.
We're just having a chat.
Can I incite that?
Sure, yeah.
Even though we're speaking in Dwarvish and I don't know if Maxildanar can speak.
We don't know.
Ah, shit. 9. Roll a 3.
Oh, that's good.
He looks scared, I'll say. And he looks scared of both of you.
Rock in a hard place.
Right? Not going to say anything. Just going to leave.
Unbelievable. Door slams.
I'm going to sneak back. No.
Crawl under the door.
Meanwhile,
Yeah.
are you just walking in?
Yeah.
Kick the fucking door down.
I'm just gonna open the door and I'm just gonna like I'm not gonna block the door.
It's just going to sit.
I'm just gonna like lean.
Fair enough. So you open the door, you find this little side council chamber, and you see Cranoxiver and Gillian Stoutbridge having a conversation. They seem to be quite smiley together. It's like, is that so? Really? But sorry, we're hoping to get the room to ourselves.
Oh, sorry, I'm just chilling. Don't mind me. I'm not even here.
Could you chill somewhere else?
Well, it's pretty cold outside, so I'm gonna stay in.
Is that Cranoxiver talking to her like that?
No,
right?
this is
No, okay,
Julie.
Stoutbridge. I was just
Stoutbridge.
kind of, he's changed his tune.
You're saying you're adding them to the list of people we're going
I
to
don't
assassinate.
have a list. I don't know what's happening.
Honestly, she's all right. She's.
I'm day here at the moment, but thanks.
Oh, I apologize. Yeah, they're fine. I mean, they're a great, they're great help to Caer Dynevor, a great friend of the town. So I mean, I trust them.
Thank you.
I trust them. Yeah, no, I'm sure, but I was broaching a sensitive matter, and I was.
Oh, don't
hoping
worry, I can
to-
keep a secret.
I would ask you to leave.
I'm sure you will.
At this point, it's just wasting time.
What do you think? Should I do it?
It's working.
Cranach stands up now and goes, well, alright, I don't know what to do. You're not leaving, are you? Says Jillian.
There's only 5 minutes until we reconvene. I figured you can stand my presence for that long. I'm not that awful, you know. If there's a matter that's kind of secrecy, I'm sure you can talk about it after the vote.
Oh shit, good point.
Yeah. Cranach, did you see that? That's what trustworthy looks like. And she walks right past you, looking straight into your eyes.
Keep her gaze.
He falls in love.
Plot twist.
And yeah, you're left alone with Cranach.
Sorry about that. Everything alright?
What do you want? What was that about?
I want this vote to not be influenced by things that are not discussed in front of everyone.
Then what the hell are you doing?
Making sure that that's not happening. I mean, if it's a matter of privacy that doesn't affect the vote, it can wait until after the vote, right?
I can see Lucius whispering to Nimsy right now.
We're in a different room.
But the door's open, like...
Oh, I thought it was like
Just
around...
standing in front of the table going babba babba babba.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, exactly.
in front of all the other speakers and the captain of the guard.
Fair point, I guess.
Look, I'm trying not to. I'm not a speaker. I'm not a talker. This isn't what I do. I make maps, for fuck's sake. I don't have words for this. I'm not good.
All right, cool. I'm gonna go back.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And at that,
Whoops.
Could be worse, could be better.
Yeah. We've kind of a lose-lose what we have there.
Yeah.
yeah, everyone reconvene and sit down around the table. And I've been holding off on making any persuasion rolls because there would be a fuck ton of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are now going to do a group persuasion check, and I'm gonna set the DC now. Wait. First of all, actually, yeah.
Could
Here we go. I'm gonna make. This is gonna be Maxildanar's persuasion check. And that'll be the DC.
DM, can Baroth have the guidance dice because it was given before he spoke to the whole lot
It's
of
a
the
good
speakers?
argument, and that was a good speech. I'll allow it. Okay, everyone, make a persuasion check first of all. Yeah.
Am I allowed to guide myself for this?
I'm gonna
one?
say no because
guidance?
it's been all the entire night, so
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah, gotcha.
not one instance of guidance.
Cool. I'm with you.
Okay, good.
Remember, this is a group check, so we'll see where we're at.
Good boy, good dog.
Might be the most important role of the game thus far. Okay, Baroth,
Flat 20.
20,
13.
13.
Natural 20 for a 23.
Okay.
You just have to beat it overall. Okay.
Not that we're panicking or anything. I cast Scream. I just scream.
Me and Cat both cast Scrum.
What did you say you needed to clean clothes? Was it prestidigitation?
Presentation.
I needed new pair of trousers.
In real life or in the game?
In the game.
Okay.
Which answer is worse?
Okay. Duvessa says, all right. We shall do a vote. It'll be decided upon the majority. And as per tradition, the votes will be called in reversed alphabetical order.
Okay.
For reasons that honestly I cannot figure out at this point.
That makes total
Tradition,
sense.
yeah. Tradition.
Now, Speaker Gillian Southbridge, how votes Tourmaline? Nay from Tourmaline.
We were expecting that. Yeah, it's good.
Speaker Nerth MacSildanar, how votes Targos? A resounding nay, and I trust that my fellow speakers will vote likewise.
I'm gonna cast silence on him. I don't have it, so I can't.
I don't have it today.
Just on his head and then 40 feet above it.
Speaker Nimsy Huddle, how votes Lonelywood? Lonelywood votes aye. Please, come and see reason.
It's 2. They said please,
That's
so that's 2
another
votes.
5.
Alright. Goodmead is without a speaker and will therefore abstain. Easthaven. Aye, says Daneth. Aye, for goodness sake, aye. What is wrong with you? Doom is at the door of 10 towns. Come on, people! Are you guys keeping track?
Yes!
You each so far.
So I get the other 2.
Speaker Edgra Dermoot. How votes Dugan's Hole?
Okay, I forgot which one.
Dugan's Hole votes nay. Ah, you fucking... I don't trust these people as far as I can throw them.
Greasy shit.
Should've gone to Dugan's hole.
Throw you down the fucking hole. Feed you to the fucking wolves.
Bro.
Ker Koenig. How Speaker Trovis. How votes Ker Koenig? Ker Koenig stands for reason and sense and logic, and more than anything, I want to live another day. So, Ker Koenig votes aye. Crannock Siver. How votes Ker Dinaval? I'm really sorry. Nay, it's not worth it. It's too big a risk. I deeply respect and appreciate everything you've done for us, but this is not worth it. I must listen to my instinct. So it's a nay from Ker Dinaval.
Sure.
I'm just making sure that I've got this right, because this is pretty important.
Yeah.
Brennan and then Brinshand.
No, Brinshand.
No, Brinshand and then
first.
Brennan.
Brinshand and then
first.
Bremen.
Oh, fuck.
But
Go
she
on.
gets the deciding vote, doesn't she? Because she's
If it's a tie.
Yeah.
You just
Yeah.
But there won't be a
doing
tie.
doing the tally here. So
We're
4
on
against.
4 nay,
against,
3
for-
aye.
3 aye, 4 thank you.
Yeah.
Very well. I, Duvessa Shane of Brinshanda, votes aye. The threat is too serious to ignore.
So it's down to Brennan.
Speaker Dolbolgraf Shalescar. How votes Bremen? Well, I mean... Looks over to you. Looks over to Maxildanar. Looks over to Duvessa. Bremen says nay. The nays have it. It is decided. The council is adjourned. And they begin to pack up, and Maxildanar does a little...
We're following him home.
No, we're not. In your head, you hit no. Don't touch it. Don't fucking touch it. We have to be above approach.
Maxildanar rolled a 21 on
Holy
Fucking
shit!
hell.
that. Literally so fucking close. I am so sorry.
Oh my
no,
god!
No.
Holy shit.
Is Dolborger of Bremen going past me on his way out?
He is not moving. He is sat there just kind of
Okay.
shaking his head.
Once Maxildanar has left,
Yeah.
if he doesn't talk to Bremen,
He talks to Tourmaline. You can see them having a
That's
very
fine.
intense conversation, him and Tourmaline. They seem to be excited, but also like on a mission.
Yay, people are gonna die.
I'll be the coolest.
But we're gonna make money.
When they've left, if Bremen hasn't yet left, I am going to go take a seat next to him. I'm not going to look him directly. I'm not going to put any pressure on him. I'm just going to say, I bet you know ill will, sir. I understand that was a difficult decision to make.
What have I done?
Don't tell him.
Also just looks shocked.
I fear I just made the worst mistake of my life.
You know what I stand for, you know what I believe is coming. I am a country herbalist. I don't know how these things work. I don't know if you can talk to Defois or anything like that, but I simply wish to say to you, we're not bringing shame nor anger upon you. That's all. I'm not here to reproach.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. You see clearly, you're fine folk. I don't. It's not your scorn I fear. It's my people's. Oh dear.
I want to find the speaker of Brynshanda.
Okay.
Defois.
So she is talking to her. Sorry, we'll finish this up.
Yeah, I don't know what the coming months look like. I want to be wrong. Do you understand that? I would give anything to be wrong about this. I really meant what I said about wanting to go back to living in the woods and not dealing with any of this. But some god has set me on some path and here I am. I simply wish to say if you need our help again, we will come if we are able.
Gosh darn, that melts my marrow and sets my heart aflutter.
Country hick.
I'm just hearing all Mama Gucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, kind sir. And thanks all of you. Oh, he looks up. I know you're not there, but looks up.
We're all going.
Barrow was literally just gonna come over and just like put a hand on his shoulder and not say anything because he feels bad now because he thinks he spooked him. Well, he did, but
if you sleep on it and you come to regret, the speaker of Brynshanda seems like a reasonable woman. I don't know how this council thing works. That's all I'm going to say on the topic because it is not my place anymore to persuade nor to politic. I simply wish to say if you need our help, you will have it regardless of any of this.
I'm afraid I think the ship sailed.
I'm afraid of that as well. And I'm going to shake his hand. And I'm gonna go look for Danik. Danik, the speaker of...
after Tonaich's done, Barroth will have at some point tried to address, if the people who voted aye are still in the room, wanted to address them very shortly.
Sure, yeah.
But
At the moment, only Magsildana and Tourmaline, Gillian, have are leaving, so they're gathering up their stuff and they seem to be wanting to get out of there pretty quickly.
Yeah, but let you go first, because...
Yeah, so you go up to Defois, she is talking to her pencil pushers, handing over lots of documents and seem to be discussing the journey home.
Speaker Defois.
Ah, hi. That didn't go exactly as desired.
No. I understand this now means that 10 towns will not act. Does that mean individual 10 towns cannot act? Because even if we can't save everyone, perhaps we can still save some people. Those who voted aye, those who, regardless of how they voted, understand that this is a threat. Can they still take action? Because if they can, they should.
Oh, indeed. And I count on my captain and my militia to do everything they can. But I must level with you, without the full support of all the 10 towns, there isn't much that can be done. We'll prepare our militia as much as we can, but we will struggle to train up more,
we will struggle to invest in equipment that Bryn Shander alone does not have money for. And most importantly, we won't be able to find safe havens in other towns. We need to rely on what we have between our walls.
There are certain places, Cerdinval
Voted nay.
voted nay.
But can we still stay in the castle for
We know there's a place in Calman's Cairn. We may be able to find out if there is haven to be found in the Dwarven Valley.
Well,
We can keep. We're travelling. If we find other places, we can let people know. I make maps. I make maps. If we find anywhere, I can give people guidance on how to get there.
thank you.
And if there's anything the rest of us can do, please let us know.
Thank you. Thank you, that is appreciated. We will keep in touch.
And perhaps if we find any, I don't know, any useful information or potentially spoils, because fuck knows we've run into some weird shit on our travels.
I know.
Maybe we can help.
Apologize my hands being this tied.
There's only so much you can do, I understand.
The will of 10 towns has been spoken, and I must follow the will of 10
No,
towns.
the will of Maxilton has been spoken, let's be entirely honest here. What do you...
Serious allegations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what? What are you gonna do? I don't like that man, I don't trust him, I don't trust his captain, and I think he's put 10 towns in a fuck ton of danger, so yeah, what are you gonna do? It's on him.
Okay,
The people that die in this are on him. Serious allegation.
Neth MacSilvenar is a cold, callous, and awful man, but he has not done anything that is not within his right. If you can prove that a single piece of copper has changed hands in order to influence someone's opinion, that's a different matter.
Does it have to be money?
It needs to have a monetary value, but it needs to be pretty explicitly stated. I will give you this, and you will return a favor. You will vote this way. Because if it just comes down to smooth talking and buttering other people up, then I made it clear I don't approve of this. But it's not against the rules. Discussions happen all the time. So if you can bring me that proof, then absolutely, but I must warn you not to go out and searching for it, because...
Oh no, I reckon he's been clever enough to... No.
I hope you understand, yes, he has an agenda, he's been pushing it. You have yours as well, and it's an agenda I agree with, but in the end it's an agenda against the opposing agenda.
No, I'm not going to waste my time on him.
Well,
I've got other things to care about.
sorry for speaking harshly there, I still...
No, it's fair, I started it.
Well, my respect for you and your party has not wavered at all.
Glad for that, considering the last time I did this, it did.
Very well. We shall begin our journey back.
DM, sorry.
Hit me.
I thought of a thing, and it might be too late, but could I insight check de Bolgoff's fear? Like, because he seemed kind of out of sorts. Like, it's okay if it's too late, because I didn't think of it at the time, but he seemed kind of like... And basically, I want to know if he's been magically fucked with.
Oh, I see. I see. That fair enough. Yeah, okay. That's fair. Yeah, okay. Make an Arcana check if that's specifically what you're looking for.
Yeah, I can do that.
A Wisdom Arcana check. Yeah.
Ooh, that's so much better. 9.
You tried.
That's a TikTok.
I'm gonna someday just make a TikTok of all the times We look at the camera and go, "That's a TikTok."
Including the times we say that I'm gonna have to make a TikTok reel and saying that's TikTok. That's happened like 3 times now.
Yeah.
I don't want to watch like 40 hours to find out.
You want to watch it? It's all hilarious.
But I
Barrett.
lived it.
Yes.
You're going to wait. Who was going to?
I was gonna talk to.
Daneth.
I was gonna address the room, as it were.
You were going to Daneth.
I was going to Daneth, yeah, but it doesn't have to be right away because I'd already talked to Bremen.
Fair enough. So yeah.
So he's gonna follow Tonaich towards Brynshand, the lady. I'm just going to call them the town names. Devesa.
Yeah.
Because basically he was going to ask exactly the same thing to start with. Just be like, he's going to overhear that and go, okay, good. He's going to turn around to the table and just, I'm assuming like Nimsy and some of the others that voted I was still
Nimsy
here.
is there, Trobus is there.
Everyone except...
Who else voted I? Nimsy, Trobus, Duvessa, and...
everyone except
and
Max
Daneth.
Ildenara and what's-his-face.
Yeah,
What's
exactly.
her face? Stourbridge. So he's going to say it like he's talking to them, but very clearly so that the nay voters can also hear. Basically just saying like...
Remaining nay voters being Cranach. And
Yeah.
Dugan's Hole if he's not left as well.
Dugan's Hole, she is leaving.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
she's about to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
just Cranach both.
he's just going to be like, alright, good, so... The vote's been cast, but you can still, like, addressing as many of them as he can. And like I said, trying it so that they can hear, but it's not addressed to them, to the nay voters. Just being like, so you can still prepare in some ways. Now, there's not going to be a lot that you can do. Basically, he's just going to start, like, laying out some plans for stuff they can do for, like, defensively.
Alright, yeah.
And just be like, I can't speak for the rest of the group, but I'm probably going into the mountains relatively soon. Because even if you guys can't do anything about it, at least we can get more evidence or stop them in some... halt them, slow them down. Don't expect to be coming back alive from that, but...
Nimsy grasps her chest.
I mean, it's either up in the mountains or we possibly wait until it comes down from the mountains. And at least I feel a little bit more comfortable around rocks. But he's just going to be like, there's a... don't know what he can do with his history in stonemasonry. Try and like provide like these types of rocks are good for building like minor fortifications and can hold people who have bows and shit.
Okay,
Basically,
yeah.
just like he's kind of doing it for the people who said nay, just to be like, we don't hold ill will. Here's some good tips.
Yeah.
Also, even though we lost the vote, we're not going to cry about it. We're still going to try and actually do something about
Also,
it.
Yeah.
we wouldn't have
We're getting on with
floated like back to Sildanara's
We've been like,
Oh, he's gone. I don't care. He's-
Yeah, I mean, okay, fair enough. People listen. All the yay voters listen intently and listen very, very carefully. They confess that they don't have much capacity. Like
yeah, he's
Kekonig, like Trobus says, Kekonig has 25 soldiers
Yeah.
that they can deploy. That for the smaller towns, that's kind of pretty much part of the course. But
we're going to try and send correspondence when and where we can. If an army starts moving, just be like, this is where we think they're headed. This is like worst case scenario. But also, any useful information we find out, try and find some way to send. We're going to have to invest in a fucking messenger.
I mean, get me to level 5.
Raven. I know what birds are those weird fucking hippogriff things we get.
I was thinking of the raven that we had in Curse.
Peritons.
Yeah. I was just like, no, what native birds are
Bring
there?
back danger.
We need messenger axebeak.
I mean, messengers on Axebeak.
Yeah.
I will say, yeah. So Bremen, the Wolgruf, listens very intently. Seems to take in everything he can.
Yeah.
I
feel really bad for him.
I feel so bad.
It wasn't his fault, it was the dice. They determined his fate. And the alphabetical order.
Yeah, get me to level 5 and I can send message. Like, you can
Yeah, I can as well.
like,
But what's more likely to happen soon? An army invading or escaping.
We fight the shuttling dragon.
We can be
Level 4.
we can be mean to the DM now because we've already lost the vote.
just so.
How much worse can it get? Don't.
No, why would you? Why would you say that?
Yeah, Rime, the Duergar Prince here to say we've got 2 dragons. Fuck. Anyway,
It didn't say how many wings.
Osta, as you approach Daneth looks furious. God damn it, god damn it, god damn it. Is all sense gone out of the world?
Yeah.
I was expecting a more reasoned response.
The sun is gone and a guard flies across the sky every morning and every night. And people like Max Hildenar make money off oil and don't give a fuck about danger. What I want to ask is what we can do to help. Not just here, but if... When Dugan's Hole, when she said, don't come to Dugan's Hole, don't help us, let us fucking die to the wolves, how serious do you think that is?
Well, I think she probably doesn't want you there. I think she'll turn you away. And if she could get here, I reckon they're probably in a good enough state that they're not dying by the minute. Sounds like it's just the 2 people that have gone missing. I don't know. I can't tell you.
Okay.
Here's how you can help. Save Dugan's Hole. Save Goodmead, sure. But at the moment, the way I see it, you 4 are the only people who stand a chance at getting into the mountains and stopping these bastards before they get a chance at hurting any one of my people.
Yeah, I was really thinking you were going to tell me that.
Sorry.
No, it's what I'm sure what Barroth wants to do.
Wants. Strong word.
Barroth feels obligated.
Yeah.
Barroth writing in his diary, my trip to the mountains.
I beseech you. I can't. I can only ask this for the good of 10 towns, but please, go into the spine of the world. Find sunlight and put an end to the Duergar threat. For the good of 10 towns. For the good.
Sir, you don't need to persuade me of this concept.
For the good of Icewind Dale. And we will pick up that next
Sorry for running around like
No, it's fine. Perfectly fine response. Perfectly valid response.
That sums up the streams pretty well.
It's just Oster wouldn't need fancy words to make him do the right thing.
No.
He's a coward, not a bastard.
No. I tell you.
Let me say the cool thing.
Holy hell, you guys.
Oh god.
Fuck.
We started off so good with the axe beam.
You guys did so great, all of you, though. Like, what excellent RP today. I am very proud
Do we all
of you all.
get inspiration?
I've still got inspiration.
You know what? That's actually a good point. Yes, you can have inspiration for that.
Yay!
Inspiration doesn't stack.
Yeah, we should have used your
Fuck, I
inspiration.
should have used the inspiration! I keep forgetting it's there for so long!
I'm sorry.
I wasn't gonna. I rolled a 16. I'm not gonna get
I
back.
rolled 5!
Yeah, sure. Izzy, you
Bro.
get inspiration.
Yeah, you're the only one who's
I
used
need
it.
to remember it's there.
Yeah.
We're gonna wrap up.
I'll bring tokens again because I think tokens are useful.
They
Yeah.
tokens to help.
They definitely help.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to give you dice, aren't I? But I only have so many.
Yeah.
And you keep them for half the campaign, so.
Yeah.
But
Do
anyway,
you have inspiration D20s back there?
thank you. I should probably get a few, yeah. But anyway, thank you so much to everyone
Sorry.
to everyone who tuned in. We really appreciate having you here. We love you all lots. Couple of shout outs, of course. Thank you to Kate Owen, who supervised the gorgeous art, including this beautiful painting of Oral that you see right now. That's the cover of the book. Thank you to Heroic Maps for the brief appearance of a direwolf, direwolf cave,
Nice.
and all the other brilliant work that
immediately
you
left.
did for us.
Sit. Goodbye.
Thank you to Tabletop Audio for the beautiful, beautiful music. We really appreciate that. Paladin, our lovely moderator who's been watching over us today. We love you a lot. And of course, thank you to our beautiful players.
And the DM.
And the DM.
Thank you for ruining us, DM.
Yeah, that was brutal.
Thank you for effectively playing a character that I think, after everything else is done, Barroth is still going to want to go and murder.
Yeah.
Oh, I think when all of it's done, Oster and Barroth are going to go assassinate a man.
Yeah.
I'm going to assassinate 2 men. Scaff and Max Hildenar need to be dead by the end of this.
Scaff's not a man.
That's not a man.
Teacher. Tiefling.
No.
No.
Non-binary.
Oh, it's non-binary. Sorry. Sorry.
My gender is tiefling.
Man and tiefling.
I mean, the three genders, right? Man, woman, tiefling.
I wish my gender was tiefling, bro.
I was really confused for a minute. I
Sure
was like, are we being like really
Oh, is he,
specific now?
you know.
I mean, we were. Was he?
Are
No,
they,
he's non-binary.
you know.
Anyway,
Anyway.
you should all follow us on social media.
Yeah.
Thank you to everyone who's joined us from TikTok. That's pretty cool.
It's really weird, but it's so cool.
That was pretty fucking sick. You should all do that. Follow us on TikTok.
We might have made 600 followers during the stream. I haven't checked in like the second half.
20 minutes.
No, I haven't checked in like
Really cool.
hours. We have topped 600 followers. What the fuck?
Yay!
600 people.
Where are you?
You're watching us on TikTok.
Or maybe joining us on YouTube for the full experience, where you should subscribe to us, where our subscriber count has also steadily been increasing, which is also really cool. So do that as well.
When we get 100, we get a custom URL, and I'm very excited about that. Because at the moment, I've been using a Bitly.
We will see you all next week for, I think, like the first bit of like proper wilderness travel.
Yeah.
You're not traveling between towns. You're braving
Axby.
Icewind Dale with your axe beaks. You got this session. A lot happened today.
A lot fucking happened.
Good night, beautiful people. We will see you next week. Bye.